Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Tinishwari Mataji, Kesavan, Rusan Mataji, Vivan, Hare Krishna, welcome. So today is the final day. We're going to discuss on Bhagavad Gita, but it's going to be very exciting session today. And somehow today is also Gita Jayanti, the day that Bhagavad Gita was actually spoken. On this day, when we study Bhagavad Gita, it's considered we are very, very auspicious and very fortunate. And coincidentally, it also exactly on our 18th chapter. Okay, so before we start, let's do our invocation prayer to show our gratitude to all our spiritual master preceptors. So with their causeless mercy that we pray that we are given the understanding of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, let's do our prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapidam Yena Bhutali Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Padantikam. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master. No, I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master, who has opened my eyes, which were blinded by darkness of ignorance, with a torchlight of knowledge. When Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me shelter under his lotus feet. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Pada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagar Jadam Shahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savaduta Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vidamscha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and of all the other preceptors on the path of devotional service. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all Vaishnavas and unto 6 Goswamis, including Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, and Jiva Goswami, and their associates. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Advaita Acharya, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all his devotees, headed by Srivas Thakur. I then offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, Srimati Radharani, and all the gopis, headed by Lalita and Visakha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaurakada Damadaya Nagaragrama Tanine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasachari Satharine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaye Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnanadaine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryo Jola Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namustute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dina Tarine Rupa Nuga Virda Pasitantadvanta Harine Nama Om Vishnu Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambara Sambodhe Padambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gauravir Bhava Bhume Stomni Dasa Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarubhama Sri Jagannataya Te Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just like desired trees who can fulfill the desire of everyone, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned soul. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namaha. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namustute Jaitam Suratau Pangur Mama Manda Matirgati Mat Sarvasva Padambo Jav Radha Madana Mohanao Divyat Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadaha Srimat Ratnagara Singha Sinastu Srimat Radha Srila Govinda Deva Prasthali Visevya Smarami Shriman Rasa Rasa Rambi Vamsivata Tatasita Karshan Venursanir Gopir Gopinata Yesri Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Vrishabhanuste Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Shari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Yasam Tato Jayamudire Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Hari Om Tatsat. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome on this super duper auspicious day. So today is 11th December 2024 and Wednesday. On this day, we gathered here to discuss on Bhagavad Gita, and especially we are concluding our batch 4 of year 2024 on chapter 18. Okay, so today is Gyan Gita Jayanti day, the day that Bhagavad Gita was spoken, and also it's supposed to coincide with Ekadasi, which is called Mokshara Ekadasi, but Mokshara Ekadasi has just slipped. Therefore, this Ekadasi will be celebrated tomorrow. So if possible, tomorrow, every one of you try to be fruitarian. You don't take grains. Okay, try to eat fruits. Just take a fruit diet. Okay, anyway, it's good for your health. Okay. At the same time, on this Ekadasi, as we studied before, the day, the advent of Lord Krishna, like Krishna Janmashtami, or on the day that Ekadasi, when the Bhagavad Gita was spoken, the day is considered very, very auspicious. You achieve the highest merit. Okay, like we are all trying our best to get rid of a karma. We have 3 types of karma. First is Sanchari karma, second is Prarabdha karma, and the third is Kutta karma. So Sanchari karma means the karma that we have taken for millions of births. Okay, in every example, in every endeavor in our life, we get some experience. Yes or not? When you went to kindergarten, you had some experience. Then when you went to standard primary, lower primary, you have some experience. Upper primary, another experience. Then secondary, then college, universities. Then after that, when you go to one particular job, you get some experience. Like that, we have accumulated so many experience in our life, in all different environment. Similarly, we have born in this world. Just imagine, as we have studied yesterday, a couple of days or last week or something like that, that we have passed through 1 day of Brahma, 1 year of Brahma is one lifetime. Brahma is 433 trillion years. 433 trillion years, like that, we have passed through millions of Brahmas. So we have been here for time immemorial. So in this time immemorial, what happened? We have accumulated so many huge karmas. All right, we have huge experiences that we have this thing. All right, then that is that. So they call Sanchari karma. The second is called Prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma means the karma that has been designed for this birth. All right, before a person is born, what is going to be his designation? What he going to do? Who are the people he's going to meet? What are the sufferings or happiness he's going to see? Who are the person that he's going to get married to? Who are their children going to look like? And what are the disease? And all these things everything is called Prarabdha karma. So the Prarabdha karma is just like a warehouse. Sanchari karma is a huge warehouse. Prarabdha karma is a small warehouse, whereby there are so many seats available there. So Prarabdha karma, like immediately, like previous birth or 2 birth ago, all the things has been stored in Prarabdha karma. It's stored in a warehouse in the form of a seed. Okay, seed. So now, whenever the seed will fructify, the seed, when you put the seed in the soil, it'll start to fructify, start to turn into a tree. All right. So like that, there's so many karmas that this thing. So we have planted the seed become berchamba. In Malay, we call berchamba, fructify, and the tree start to grow. And when the fruit comes, and that's a fruit of consequences that we are suffering and enjoying. Okay. In this birth, we may we think, like sometimes that's the idea that says that why good things happen, bad things happen to the good people and all these things. So in this birth, that person can be good, but we are not sure what he have done in his previous birth. Okay. So like that, in so many births we have taken, so many prarabdha karma, and all the karmas are just all the seed form. So whenever the thing fructified gone, then another set of seed will come out. You get new experience, new suffering, and all these things going on. Okay. So prarabdha karma is something that we can, how I put it is like when you look at the astrological chart. All right. For instance, we born in certain rasi, certain nakshatra, and lagna. So rasi is our body. The star means our body. Say like Sagittarius is a star, is our body. Rasi. Nakshatra. The nakshatra is our mind. And Lakna is our soul. That means your mission in this particular birth, Lakna. So like that we are going through. All right. And what is Kuta Karma? The Kuta Karma means what is the thing that's going to happen to you now? Okay. The seed has been sown. It has grown and create a fruit. So what is the fruit? Is it a nutritious fruit, or is it going to be a poisonous fruit or something like that? It's called Kuta Karma. And where do you find Kuta Karma? In your palm. When you look at your palm, you read, okay, that's my Kuta Karma. There's a consequences of your suffering now. So why I'm saying you this, when a person studies Bhagavad Gita, especially on Ekadasi day, and they fast on Ekadasi day, okay, and they chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, your prarabdha karma can be destroyed at once. Your entire warehouse will be on fire. And all that consequences, all the shit that's going to give you tough situation, it's going to be impotent. Impotent means what? It's going to be useless. The tree will grow. The consequences will happen, but it will never fructify. Even the fruit comes out, the fruit is not going to be matured enough. The fruit is not going to give you a full-blown effect. Okay? So that's why when we study Bhagavad Gita, especially every day your prarabdha karma is getting destroyed. Okay? When you chant Hare Krishna, your prarabdha karma getting destroyed. And especially when you fast on Ekadasi day without grains, and you chant Hare Krishna and you study this Bhagavad Gita, your prarabdha karma will go on a huge, what they call, it will start to destroy at a very high pace. It will start to destroy at the high pace. All right. So, and how about your Kutta karma? Okay, this karma, what are you going to do? Whenever you chant Hare Krishna, when you clap, so what happened? Just like when you see a lot of birds around, when you just clap, oops, sorry, you just go like that, all the birds will fly away like that. So when you clap, all the Kutta karma, everything starts flying away. All right. So this is a very good opportunity. Don't miss this thing. And tomorrow is also known as Mokshada Ekadasi. Mokshada Ekadasi means the Ekadasi can give you moksha. Okay. So if a person dies on this Mokshada Ekadasi day, it's almost understood that the person is liberated. All right. Of course, with terms and condition applied. Kutta karma will change time to time. Yes. Kutta karma, all the karma can change time to time. Okay. So say a person who are suffering from certain kind of disease. Okay. So that is that Kutta karma. Okay. He has to undergo that situation. But the disease will somehow or other will find some favorable, what they call, favorable, how should I say it? All right. Say like, for instance, like, according to Kutta karma, the person has to fall down with some kind of disease or some kind of trouble. But when the trouble comes, before the trouble could actually this thing, it will somehow or other, there will be some help, some this thing. It will be helped. All right. So anyway, we must understand. Okay, like for instance, my son is down with chicken pox. Okay, yesterday he was yesterday after the class, I start to see his body start to turn into rashes. They went to that clinic and checked. Oh, confirmed chicken pox. All right. So why the chicken pox is happening? Of course, first is of course we see, but according to the Shastra, we understand that is that Kutta karma have taken effect. Okay, Kutta karma have taken effect. Okay, so it's like that. So the things will just go on. Okay, but the assuring part is when you study Bhagavad Gita, when you chant your Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, okay, the Kutta karma will happen, but it will never affect you. Okay, but of course, all these things possible when you really become really advanced. Okay, it is for a beginner. For a beginner, it can be like okay, for a beginner, it is what they call it is just like assuring, all right? It's just like little. But when you start to advance in Krishna consciousness, when you start knowledge and wisdom, that's when you can see the full effect. Example, like for instance, like I have studied from, is my line is okay? Is it breaking? Am I okay?
It's okay.
All right. So, example, like they say, okay, like say, line breaking. How about now? Is it okay now? Oh, why? Krishna. Why the line is breaking?
For me, it looks fine, Babu.
For you, fine, huh? Oh, okay. Right. So example, like for instance,
Prabhu.
huh?
Jason Prabhu was the one getting upset.
Yeah. I think it's line. Now you say now, okay. All right. Now, like example, they say, all right, like for instance, I studied from ACS Ipoh. In that school, they say anyone goes to that ACS will turn out to be a great man in the future. So you know that. I mean, I'm just giving a very a raw example, right? You studied in this particular school, you're going to be like cream of the crop example. So now you know that when you go to this, so now is you're on an enrolling process. You're getting enrolled. Okay, say like you studied in Oxford. If you graduate from Oxford or Harvard, you're supposed to be a top-notch businessman. Harvard Business School is considered top-notch business school. Okay, so you know, okay, now I'm going to this thing. So now you're on an enrollment process. Then you go into that process. Then after that, you get enrolled. You get into the school, year one or first semester. So there you'll see some lot of consequences, lot of challenges, in school life. So you have to go step by step. Then at last you graduate. So after you graduate, you go out and look for a job. They said, where are you from? A Harvard school. Oh, you're from Harvard. All right, you're employed. So you must understand. So now we are on an enrollment process. Okay, and we are going through the study process. So you have to commit yourself by this thing and quickly master the thing. And eventually, when you graduate, you start to see, when you turn back, you see all the situations that you have gone through is actually doesn't matter at all. All right. So anyway, this chapter 18 is actually Bhagavad Gita ended by chapter 17. When you look at chapter 18, text 1, any one of you got a Gita in front of you? All of you got a Gita?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, because today I don't know, I should better to hold a Gita and worship. Okay, in chapter 18, text 1, the purport, Krishna, what Prabhupada says, actually the Bhagavad Gita finished in 17th chapter. Okay, in 17th chapter, the Bhagavad Gita is already done. But the 18th chapter is supplementary summarization of the topic discussed before. In every chapter, the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna stressed that devotional service unto the Supreme Personality is the ultimate goal of life. The same point is summarized in 18th chapter. Okay. Just give me a second. So in this 18th chapter is the chapter that actually summary. All right, what we have studied from chapter 1. Chapter 1, Arjuna start to lament and Krishna simply listened. So what we can understand from here, when someone come and give lamentation to you, the first thing, do not talk, listen first. So Krishna listened. And chapter 2, Krishna gave everything. He spoke about Sankhya Yoga, the scientific, the difference between the soul and the body. They say the body is perishable, the soul is not perishable. Because the soul is part and parcel of the Supreme. Then after that, he said, whatever you do, dedicate to Krishna. Okay. Then he said, but you have to perform your duty. And after they chastise, you are a soldier, how can you lament? Now time to act is action time, not sitting and lamenting time. Then after that, what else he spoke on? Then after that, he said about knowledge, intelligence, and everything is like summarized everything. After all these things, then chapter 3, Arjuna says, please, Krishna, I'm very confused what you're talking. Now you're telling me this, now you're telling me that. So please tell me decisively, what should I do? Okay. What should I do? So then after that, Krishna started to speak. That means he said in Prabhupada purport 3.2, 3.1, 3.2, I think 3.1, no, 3.2. Prabhupada explained very nicely. So the reason that Arjuna asked that, because Arjuna wanted Krishna to systematically put up everything so that people can grasp one by one. Okay. Therefore, chapter 3, Prabhupada starts. Of course, in chapter 2 also we studied about the parambara, the importance of the lineage, and also the importance of surrendering unto a spiritual master. Okay, then after that, karma yoga. Karma yoga means how we should we do our job, perform our duty, but we sacrifice. We just perform, but don't expect any result. The simplest way of starting our path of liberation. Then chapter 4, Krishna spoke about divine knowledge. Okay, he spoke about divine. He said about all this, a lot of divinity. And after that, sorry, in chapter 4, I think from a second, he said, surrender unto a spiritual master. You have to accept a guru. And because you have seen the truth, he can impart the truth unto you. But after that, how you can, if you should approach a spiritual master, you be in a servitor mood. You have to serve him. And through that, he can impart the knowledge. So what we understand, we do not learn, but the knowledge get downloaded into us. All right, by the mercy of the Lord. And chapter 5, Krishna spoke about karma yoga in devotional service, in Krishna conscious. All right, so we understand we are not this body, we are the soul, and the soul is consciousness. And after that, for bodily purpose, you perform your duty. Then after that, you get some divine knowledge, chapter 4. In chapter 5, how can you work in Krishna conscious, your natural constitutional position? All right, your natural, okay, how are you going to do it? All right. And chapter 6, he spoke about dhyana yoga. And Arjuna says, that's it. I can't tolerate dhyana yoga. Seems to be very tough for me. And Krishna assured that, okay, with proper practice, it's possible. And chapter 7, the most confidential part, starting the middle 6 chapters. Then after that, chapter 7, 8, then we spoke about the most confidential knowledge. Krishna started to reveal himself. And Krishna said, I am the supreme personality of Godhead. And you should surrender to me and worship me in the form of worship me in the form of Krishna. Okay. Then after that, he should what they call in chapter this thing. Then he start to show his universal form. Okay. He showed his universal form. Okay. Chapter 7, we spoke about knowledge of the absolute. Then chapter 8, we Krishna said, how can we attain him? Okay, attaining the supreme. And 9, we spoke about confidential knowledge, the most confidential knowledge. Then 10, then after that, he spoke about the opulence of the absolute. He just showed how opulent he is. And chapter 11, he showed the universal form. And what is the reason for the universal form? To what they call, to check and balance. Because there's a lot of bogus gurus, bogus avatar, who are mere human being, are calling themselves as God just by showing some little magic show. Take something from the mouth, just create some ash from the air. So like that, he's creating all this. So now is the time, whoever that you see that he's God, whoever claim himself as God, you should ask him, okay, show me your universal form. And they will tell you, oh, no, you can't see it. But Krishna, but you said in Bhagavad Gita, you can give divine eyes. Give me that divine eyes so I can see you. So then Arjuna saw that universal form. He became overwhelmed. He said hundreds of thousands. Sahasras, Divyas Sahasrana. So that means thousands of sun, if to rise at the same time, the brilliance is the brilliance of the Lord. All right, it looks so brilliant, right? It's so lighted up, right? And he became overwhelmed. Then after that, he said, who are you? He became so scared. He said, come back to your original form. Then ultimately, Krishna spoke about devotional service, chapter 12, which is the topmost service. Okay. Then in chapter 13, he spoke about nature, enjoyer, and the consciousness. And chapter 14, he spoke on 3 modes of material nature. So what we understand in that thing, that we are all under a spell of this material nature. Spell means what? We are all under the influence. Okay. We have this mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, and also mixed. Okay. So we are just like a puppet in the hand of puppeteer. Then in chapter 15, Purushottama Yoga. Purushottama Yoga means, it says the yoga of the Supreme Person. So then in chapter 16, we also, and chapter Purushottama, we also studied about these trees, right? Tree. the tree which is a root upwards and the branch downwards. Okay, very nicely explained there. And chapter 16 also we understood about the divine and the demonic nature. The divine nature who has all the good qualities, and the demonic nature is always arrogant. So we understood what are the qualities that can take us to hell: arrogance, then anger, and lust. Okay, lust, anger, and arrogance, all these things are considered the royal route to hell. Okay, it's a red carpet. That means this thing. So we also enviousness. Yes, we also discussed that those people who are envy is the people who will be born as a snake and all these things, right? Because envious people are the most dangerous people. And also we also have spoke at 17 the divisions of faith yesterday. So acts performed by those who have faith in passion, ignorance, and all these things. Okay, the all kind of characters we have discussed. What are the people in this mode of goodness? Okay, one of the most important thing that we have discussed was the austerity of the speech. Okay, because when we know how to control our speech, we have control everything. The whole world get into trouble because of mouth. Just like the toad, like the frog. Everything is making noise for what? So when the snake goes, there's a snake. That's what they call. There's a frog there. Oh, my dinner is ready. So by croaking, the croaking of the frog attracts the snake. Similarly, blabbering of a human who are talking all this prajalpa, all this nonsense talk, invites death. Okay, invites death. Okay, so like that's why we will study this in our next of instruction when we start next year. Vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam. Vacho means vasanam, pesறது. The what they call the urge of the tongue, the urge of the speech. A man must control it. All right. So what are the things we understood yesterday? Is number one, there's whatever we speak must be truthful. And what is the second thing? It must be truthful. Then second is must be beneficial. Number three, it should not be agitating. Okay, it should not be agitating. So if you think that you're going to speak the truth, yes, it's going to be benefit to it must be spoken in a very what is that, favorable way. Yes, number one is truthful, speak in a favorable way. Number three must be beneficial, and number four must be what is that number four again? Krishna. Why Krishna is giving me so much of forgetting? All right, anyway, so anyone can recall?
Not agitating.
Not agitating, yes. All right, so that means we understand. Okay, now we're going to, okay, when we're going to speak something truthful, okay, I know I need to speak the truth, but you need to convey the truth in a very soothing way, in a nice way, and that truth must be beneficial to them. All right, okay, even though if it's beneficial, you also must understand whether it agitates them or not. If it agitates them, better don't speak about it. But how are we supposed to control that? Sometimes we need to speak something. That is why Krishna says, recite. The austerity of the speech is also by reciting the Vedas. Okay, by reciting the Vedas. Okay, and chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra by reciting the Vedas. It's austerity of the speech because you tend not to speak a lot. Okay, unnecessary speeches. This thing only creates trouble. Okay, and today what we're going to do, the conclusion, the perfection of renunciation, because the entire and we also studied there that detachment and renunciation is the ultimate goal of a human life, because attachment, greed, and lust is all this thing. But the mother of all trouble in this world, the mother of all depression, the mother of all sin, the reason that you are taken a different kind of birth, all because of attachment. Okay, so here the chapter 18 is a beautiful chapter. It speaks on, the title is conclusion, the perfection of renunciation, or the perfection of detachment. How are we going to detach? All right, so with this we start our session today. All right, so ISKCON Malaysia, with collaboration with ISKCON Ipoh Bhakti Yoga Center, proudly presents the essence of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18. Okay, let's take darshan from Sri Sri Nitai Gauranga. Sri Sri Radha Madhava. Okay, so today we dedicate our program to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, Foundacharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, without his causeless mercy, the mercy that has no limit. We cannot find any limit to his mercy. You have translated the Bhagavad Gita exactly the way that Krishna has spoken, and by his mercy, we are all now relishing the ultimate truth and the ultimate goal of human life. Okay, he's the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And this program is inspired by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. He is a governing body commissioner, GBC, and also a spiritual master. And I'd like to dedicate this to my very beloved God brother, who is actually my greatest boon. You know, when I came to Hare Krishna ISKCON, there's so many good things and also the challenging things there. And I've met so many devotees. So I find among the devotees that I'm so fortunate to have met, to have associated, is Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. The program that he has created in this Gita Gyan, every day whenever I'm speaking about this Gita Gyan, I feel more and more inspired. I see a lot eyes sparkling ting in every devotees. It is totally a remarkable job that he has done by creating this Gita Gyan program worldwide. Okay, let's look at that, the understanding of the Gita. Okay, now the forgetful living entities. Okay, the forgetful living entities, which is also called the conditioned soul. Now you understand what is conditioned soul? That means the forgetful living entities have forgotten their relationship with the Supreme Lord, and they are engrossed in thinking of material activities. They are so much engrossed. So that means the forgetful living entities, which is a conditioned soul, they have forgotten their relationship. They have forget, what is my real relationship? Okay, and they are engrossed in thinking of material activities. All right, material activities, just to transfer their thinking power. I mean, just to transfer their thinking power to the spiritual sky. Krishna Davaipana Vyasa, that means the Vyasadev, has given great number of Vedic literature. He have given so many Vedic literature. First, he divided the Vedas into 4. Then he explained them in the Puranas. And for less capable people, he wrote Mahabharata. Okay, for those people who don't have much intelligence or couldn't study the entire Vedas, he gave Mahabharata. Mahabharata is actually actually a story, a great history of India. All right, what are the things? So in that Mahabharata, like some people, when you see, they don't like to study the Vedas, but they like to study autobiography or biography. They like to study history. That's why the History Channel, some people like I myself love to watch History Channel, especially war. I like to see how the war happened and what are the mistakes they have done and the reason and everything. Anyway, it's mundane thing. So they love to do that. But study Veda, no lah. Mahabharata is a storybook. Because I've seen with my own eyes, my father never bothered to study anything. He's not even care about anything. But he read Mahabharata. Because the Mahabharata is a story from the Bhishma, start how the things happen, So Mahabharata. So that's why Vyasa Dev wrote this for the less capable people, Mahabharata. So in Mahabharata, what he did, he just purposefully, Bhishma Parva, Canto 5, Canto 5, chapter 13 to 13 plus 18. So around that place, that Bhagavad Gita was slotted in. So while they are studying the Mahabharata, they will stumble upon Bhagavad Gita. You understand the trick? All right. So it's Bhagavad Gita. Then all the Vedic literature, so there, all the Vedic literature is summarized. Okay. All right. Then all the Vedic literature is summarized in Vedanta Sutra. Okay. So, okay, now we have already done with Bhagavad Gita. So now, then what he did after he wrote that, what he did, Vyasadev, he summarized the entire Vedic literature, the 4 Vedas and all the expansion he summarized. And the summary is called Vedanta Sutra. Okay. So Vedanta Sutra is for what? For the future guidance. And for future guidance, he gave natural commentation on the Vedanta Sutra. So first he summarized the Vedanta Sutra. But after that, he was not happy. Then after that, what he did, he further summarized the summary. So the Vedanta Sutra is already a summary, and he went and further summarized it. So this is what they call cream of the cream. Okay, and this is called Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, we're going to study Srimad Bhagavatam next year. So after, I think, should be starting mid of next year. Okay, it's going to be 18,000 verses, and we're going to take, I've got an idea how am I going to do it. So we'll discuss it there. So we must always engage our mind. So we must always engage our mind in reading all these Vedic literatures. Just as materialists engage their mind reading newspaper, magazine, and so many materialistic literature. Like doctors and everything, they have to go on, study the thing to keep them updated. Magazines, nowadays magazines are not so popular. Like those days, there's a Time magazine, a lot of magazines, all right? So this thing. So we must transfer our reading to these literature. Okay, from reading all these mundane things, rather we read the Vedic literature, which was given to us by Vyasadeva. In this way, it will be possible for us to remember the Supreme Lord at the time of death. So by doing this, we could able to remember the Supreme Lord at the time of death. This is the only way, and this is the only way suggested by the Lord. And he guarantees the result. There is no doubt. Okay. So with this reflection, we start our session today. All right, let's look at today's Gita Mahatmya, the glories of Bhagavad Gita today. Is mentioned in Vaishnava Tantra Sara, verse 32. Jayate satatam sakyam sarvajiva ganai saha prarabdam bunjato vapi Gita Vyasa ratasya cha. Prarabdam. Remember just now you talked about prarabdam. Okay, now let's look at this. A person who is devoted in studying the Gita. Who? What kind of person? The person who is devoted. That means they touch and study the Gita on a daily basis. When you devote to something, you'll do it every day. All right. When you're not devoted, you just do it whenever you feel like it. So devoted means you are committed. All right. Committed without any expectation. Okay. That's why we call devotee. Devoted. Okay. A devoted wife, a devoted husband. That means what? He don't think anyone else other than his wife or the husband. All right. Devoted. So that means a person who is devoted to studying the Gita acquires a friendly disposition. So he acquires a very friendly disposition. That means you look so friendly, you look so fresh to all living beings, despite his accruing reaction of his previous action in this world. So prarabdha means previous action. So that means despite his accruing, that means despite whatever situation that he has gone through, whatever things that he have done in his life, he should have made so many mistakes. You shouldn't, whatever these things done. So despite all these things, he will start to acquire a friendly. Acquire means what? You start to receive. All right. There's another problem. People say, oh, nobody likes me. Nobody wants to talk to me. It's another frustrating thing, right? Oh, people, you go there, like some people, oh, I don't talk to the person. Are you? I don't talk to the person. There's so much of enmity in them. So when a person starts studying Bhagavad Gita, he starts to create this kind of friendly disposition. It looks like everyone will be very friendly with you. Okay. So chapter 18, the title is Conclusion, the Perfection of Renunciation. So 18.1, Arjuna start this question again. Arjuna Uvacha Sanyasyasya Mahabaho Tattvam Ichchami Veditum Tyagasya Cha Hrishikesha Pratakkeshi Nishudana. Arjuna said, O mighty armed one, I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation. Okay, that means he said, I wish to understand. You want to understand what? The purpose, why of renunciation, tyaga, right? And of the renounced order of life, sannyasa. Oh, killer of the Keshi demon, master of the senses. So he wants to know two things. First, he wants to know what is renunciation, tyaga. And secondly, what is renounced order of life, sannyasa. Okay. So, Krishna explains, Sri Bhagavan Vacha Kamyanang Karmanang Nyasam Sanyasam Kavayo Viduhu Sarva Karma Pala Tyagam Prahus Tyagam Vichakshanaha. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, giving up all activities that are based on material desire. Okay. Okay, this is like a conclusion of the thing. So giving up activities. Giving up what? Activities. Activities, what we call? Can anyone tell me what is activity?
Karma.
Yes, karma. So activity means karma. So giving up activities. What activity? That based on material desire. Okay. That means giving up activities that based on based on material desire. That means you have one activity, you want to do something because you have some material desire. Is what the great learned man. Okay, that means not an ordinary man or not an ordinary poet, but a great learned man. He says, call renounced order of life, which is called sannyasa. So now you all understand? Okay, that means giving up activity based on material desire. Okay, is called renounced order of life, called sannyasa, sannyasi. So far, so good? Thumbs up or whatever. Great. Now, then after that, Krishna says, and giving up a result of activities. So giving up what? Giving up the results. Okay, giving up the results. Okay, giving up the results of activity. Okay, giving up the result. That means you do the thing, don't expect any result. The of activity of what of activities is called what the wise call renunciation or tyaga. You got it? So now renouncing the activity based on material desire, we call sannyasi. That means you have taken a renounced order of life. But giving up the result of that activity is called tyaga, or we call renunciation, tyaga. Okay, you all understand? Any one of you confused?
No, it's okay.
Because this is very important, because this is what the ultimate thing that you've been learning all these 17 chapters. All right, this is a fantastic conclusion Krishna is giving. If you don't understand, please ask me. I can explain again, because it is very, very important. We must know the division. Where do we stand and where this thing, right? So again, let me say you, giving up, okay, giving up activities. Giving up, that means what? Totally stop your activity. You understand? I'm talking giving up this. Okay, I'm going to work, giving up that. I'm earning money, giving up that. My relationship, giving up. So giving up everything. Okay, giving up what? All that activity which has material desire. Okay, the material desire. I got material desire, I want to earn. So giving up activity which is with material desire is called renounced order, or in other words, we call as sannyasi. So when you see all sannyasi, Swamiji and all these things, what does that mean? Yeah, of course, Lucian Mataji, that's the second thing. So giving up activity, renounced order of life is called sannyasi. They wear only one color cloth, saffron. All right. They just live with the mercy of the Lord. Remember, we studied that, right? But at the same time, now the second thing is giving up the result. What does that giving up the result means? You are still performing your duty. You're going to work, you're doing your business, you're doing your job, you're taking care of family, everything you're doing. But the result, you give it to Krishna. Giving up the result of activities. Okay, which is called tyaga. Okay, which is also called renunciation. So renunciation and renounced order is two different things. Taking up renounced order means I have given up everything. So taking up renunciation means I am not taking any credit from that activity. Okay, now. Okay, so now we are jumping to 18.5. So 18, Krishna's opinion, 18.5. What Krishna says? Yajna dana tapa karma natyajam karyam evatat yakno danang tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. Act of sacrifice, charity, penance are not to be given up. Krishna says that. Can you see? Act of sacrifice, the sacrifice that you're doing, the charity or the penance are not to be given up. You should not give up. They must be performed, Krishna says. Indeed, sacrifice, charity, and penance purify even a great soul. All right. So must be purified by, it purifies even a great soul. That means we have to perform our duty. If you're doing sacrifice, you have to do it. You're doing charity, you must do it. The penance, you must do it. All these you should not should not give up. It has to be performed, because only these things is the one that actually purify even a great soul. So what are the sacrifice that we are doing? We are doing yagya. Yagya means sacrifice. So we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is Kali Yuga Yagya. Kali Yuga Yagya is chanting the holy name. All right. Then secondly, we are talking about charity. So what are the charities we are doing? We are going and giving people Krishna conscious. We are inviting people come to this Krishna conscious. We are giving them Bhagavad Gita. We are giving them hope and changing life. That's called charity. We are performing a Food for Life program. That means you come and engage in okay, you just, when people like to do, so give food, free food, Food for Life program, prasadam, distribution of Bhagavad Gita, and all these things are called charity. All right. Then the third one is what? Penance. Penance means like fasting on Ekadasi day. Okay, fasting on Ekadasi, fasting on this Janmashtami. All these things are penance. You should not give up, because even a great soul will be purified through this action. Okay. Now let's look at renunciation in 3 modes. So what is the renunciation in mode of goodness? The renunciation in the mode of goodness is performing prescribed duty because it is ought to be done. That means doing a prescribed duty. Please get this thing right. All right. Or if you want, you can take photo of this. Or if you just can go back to your YouTube channel, you can watch this video again. Take this, very, very important. Renunciation. That means, yeah. Just give me a second. Huh? Yes, sorry. My father-in-law. Anyway, where was I? So, okay. So that means, okay, so you need to hammer this into yourself. You say, yes, this is what I have to follow. Okay, goodness. What is the renunciation mode of goodness? Performing prescribed duty. What does that prescribed duty again? The duty that has been prescribed to you. What is your duty? Perform it, because it is ought to be done. Okay, you should not blindly give up. And number 2, the duty, renouncing all material association and all attachment to the fruit. That means what? You renounce all material association. That means when you start to do money, you say, don't aspire, oh, I want to buy even a bigger house. I want to buy even a bigger car. I want to drive Mercedes. No need. All right. So renouncing the material association from the fruit. You perform your duty. What are you going to get? Like sometimes, people, when you do your duty, people start to praise you. No? Just renounce it. All right. And the attachment to the fruit. Okay. Number 2, renouncing a mode of passion. Giving up prescribed duty as a troublesome, out of fear of bodily discomfort. Okay, what is your prescribed duty? You want to give up. So leche la, very hard to do la. I want to give up because of it. Okay, this is mode of passion. And what is third thing is a renunciation mode of ignorance. Mode of ignorance means giving up is prescribed duty due to illusion. I supposed to do this, I don't want to do this. All right, so it's giving up that thing. Okay, like for instance, they just, like if you have seen like certain monks, okay, like monks, they give up their prescribed duty and suddenly become a monk. All right, you will see them. Sometimes you can see they look like one kind, right? So these are the things that you prescribe out of illusion. Now, 12, what Krishna says, Anistang ishtang mishrang cha trividang karmana palang bhavatya yaginang pretya natu sanyasinang kvachit. For one who is not renounced, what happened if those who don't renounce? The 3 fruit of action, the 3 fruit, that means the 3 result of that action. You understand? The 3 results. What is the result of that action? Desirable, undesirable, and mixed, accrue after death. Okay. Now, I also want you to closely pay attention to this. Very important. They say, for one who is not renounced, okay, the person is not renounced. He doesn't want to have tyaga. He doesn't want to give up things. He still thinks that he's the doer, he's happily enjoying. Okay. These person get 3 types of fruits of action. He get 3 types of fruit. Okay. So far, so good. You all understand what I'm saying? The 3 types of fruit. Do you all understand? Who don't understand? Okay. I assume everyone understand. Okay. So those who not renounce, okay, they get 3 result of action. Fruit means result. 3 result of action. So what is the first result of the action? Is something which is desirable. The second is undesirable. Okay, sometimes when we do things, we get something profit, and also we get something which is some not desirable thing. Okay, when you make so much of profit, the income tax will come after you. They say, hey, you have not paid your enough tax. Now because of that, you have to summon. They say you have to pay extra tax or something like that. So undesirable. First desire, I make millions of dollars. Then after the income tax will come and I have to pay through my nose, which I find it, I work so hard and therefore take my money useless, undesirable. And sometimes the mixed, desirable and undesirable mixed. Okay. And this is what's so scary. It accrue after death. It accrue after death means it will follow you even after death. So this is the consequences you're going to suffer in your next life. So the action today will become prarabdha karma that you're going to enjoy or suffer in the future. Everyone following me on this? Yes? Okay, thumbs up. Okay. Right. So, okay, great. So it accrue after death. Those who not renounce, the 3 varieties of result will follow even after death. And what is the result? Desirable, undesirable, and even mixed. Okay. But now, after that, Krishna continues, but those who are in renounced order, all right, of life have no such result to suffer or enjoy. Okay, those who are in the renounced order, the renounced order of life have no such result. They don't have such result to suffer or enjoy. Renounce means sannyasam. ரெண்டு அர்த்தம் இருக்கு. Okay, just I like to translate a little in Tamil. Renounce in Tamil word means renounce ரெண்டு அர்த்தம் இருக்கு. ஒன்னு வந்து தியாகம், இன்னொன்னு வந்து சந்நியாசம். ஓகே, தியாகம் பண்றது. இந்த வாழ்க்கையை நான் தியாகம் பண்றேன். இன்னொன்னு வந்து சந்நியாசம் எடுக்கிறேன். சந்நியாசம் என்னது? எல்லாத்தையும் விட்டுட்டு காட்டுக்கு போறது. சுவாமிஜியா தியாகம் பண்றது என்னன்னு? இருக்கிறத நான் தியாகம் பண்றேன். ஓகேயா? ஓகே, இன்னைக்கு வந்து என் சம்பளம் வந்து இருக்கு, எனக்கு ஒரு 1000 ரூபாய் கையில காசு இருக்கு, இந்த காசை தியாகம் பண்றேன். இந்த காசை வந்து சரி இது நல்லதுக்காக நான் 100% கொடுத்துறேன். இதான் தியாகம். எதிர்பார்க்காம செயல்படுத்துறது தான் தியாகம். ஓகே மாதாஜி, you got it, Sheila Mataji? All right, great. All right, so that means, but those who are not in renounced order of life have no such result. That means those who are in renounced order of life, there's no result to suffer or enjoy. I wish I can, Mataji. That's why I'm putting my son in Chinese class. I hope one day he can preach in Chinese. Man proposed, God disposed. Do without attachment, because I pushed him so hard. Go and learn Chinese. I said, why? Everybody's asking, why you're so hard up for your son to learn Chinese? So one day he'll preach in Chinese. I don't want him to become a millionaire or successful. I want him to be a preacher of Bhagavad Gita. Hopefully, if Krishna desires. All right. So anyway, okay, this is the thing. Okay. So this is the thing. Okay. Now the word that I want you to look into it is this thing. All right. That renounced order of life. That means both, but those who are in renounced order of life have no such result. Okay. Now we're talking about sannyasi. All right. Let's see the next verse. All right. 13 and 14. Panchayat panchaitani mahabahu karanani nibodame sankhe krittanti mokproktani siddhaye sarva karmanam adhisthanam tata karta karanam cha pratak vidam vividas cha pratak chesta Daivam Chaivatra Panchamam. O mighty armed Arjuna, according to the Vedanta, there are 5 causes of accomplishment in all action. Okay, what we understand. Okay, now, according to the Vedanta, there are 5 causes of accomplishment in all action. That means when you do one action, there's 5 result, accomplishment. Okay, Krishna says, now learn this thing from him. Adhisthanam tata karta karanam cha pratak vidam. The place of action. Do you all remember this? The place of action? Anyone? Don't remember? What is place of action? Do you all remember?
The body.
Okay, what is another name for place of action?
Field.
What is another name?
Field.
Field. Yes, fantastic. Every one of you remember that? The field of activity. Thumbs up if you do remember, or thumbs down when you don't remember. Thumbs down if you don't remember. What happened? You all remember or not? Oh, the message is coming lah. Oh, okay, so okay. Right. So the place of action means the body. Then number 2, the performer. The one perform that action. And how we perform the action? Through the various senses. Okay. Rusen, you don't understand. Okay. Give me a second. Various senses. And many different, and yeah.
Carry on. Because
Okay.
there's mind into 2 language is difficult. Mind
Okay.
into
Don't refer. Yeah, I understand. Don't refer the Chinese book now. Because you're keeping a Chinese Gita with you, don't refer to that first. Just try to understand in English, then look in this thing. Just give me a
okay.
second. So, okay, where am I? Okay, various senses and many different kinds of endeavor, and ultimately the super soul. Okay, now let's look at this. Now I want you to bring you back into that memory. Number 1, Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Remember the field and the field of activity, the field and the know of the field, and know of all field. Example like this. Okay, Rusen, it's like this. I am a landlord. I got 10 houses. You rent my first house. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu rent my second house. Kesavan rent my third house. And Sheila Mataji rent my fourth house. So when all of you are staying in different house, you only know your house, right? You don't know what is in Kesavan's house. You don't know what is in CS Tan's house. You only know your house. Okay? And Kesavan only knows his house. Sheila only knows her house. But I, the landlord, I know every house. So far, so good? Do you remember this?
Yes.
Okay, great. So that's a place of action. That means the body is the place of action or field. All right. And who is that performer? The performer is the soul. That means I, who are in this body, I'm performing action. So far, so good?
Yes.
Okay. Sure?
Sure.
Okay. Now, all right. It's like this. Okay. Now, all right. So now, this is the field. Okay. Okay. This is the place of action. Okay. This is the field. All right. Okay. So now I've wrote here. So this is the field. Okay. Now, who is the performer?
Soul.
Very good. So the soul. Okay. I draw in a yellow color. So this is the soul. Soul, or also consider me. All right. You. right? You are the performer. Okay, okay, you are the performer. And how do you perform? You perform with all these 5 senses. Okay, what are they? Eyes, nose, ears, tongue,
skin,
touch.
touch.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. How you perform? You perform using these 5. All right. You perform with these through the 5 senses. So far, so good. Okay. You perform various senses. And how? Through different kinds of endeavor. You do through the different kind of endeavor. That means you do this, you do a lot of other kinds of endeavor. That means you have that working senses and everything. But after that, ultimately, everything is sanctioned by who? Everything is approved or rejected by who?
Super
By
soul.
the super soul. Now you got it? So these are the 5 factors in action. Good? Rusen, you got it?
Very good. Very clear.
Okay. Very. All right. Okay. So now, okay, let's move on. So now let's look at this. Now, the 5 causes of action. Okay, action. Number 1, the performer, the soul. All right. And what they call? And where the thing action performer. Okay, first the place of action is the body. Okay, the field, the place of action in the body, and is the performer. And how you perform through the various senses, through the different kinds of endeavor. All these things possible when the super soul, the ultimate controller, is within you, because everything is sanctioned by him. So one who thinks himself the only doer, not considering the 5 factor, is certainly not very intelligent. Cannot see things as they are. 18.16. That means if he thinks I am the doer, this success is because of me, and he doesn't consider these 5 things, he's certainly not very intelligent. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu.
Yeah, bro. Even by reading the Bhagavad Gita, they put down knower is a soul. Oh, sorry, the doer is a soul. But everywhere we
Yes.
see soul has got nothing to do with anything now, Babu.
Sorry?
In everywhere you say the soul has got nothing to do. It's all done by the modes.
The soul got nothing to do.
Yeah, it doesn't do any
Because the
work.
soul is the consciousness, Prabhu.
Yeah, it's not involved. Only the modes are involved.
No, modes are involved in your action.
Yeah.
You know, I am living in this place, right? I am sitting in this room. Okay, I am not doing anything, but I'm still suffering the heat or the cold from this environment.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Prabhu?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So even the soul is there, because the soul is consciousness. There you are conscious, you are feeling everything. You are feeling all the feelings that soul is experiencing. Then that means soul is you. You are experiencing using your subtle and your gross body. Okay,
Yeah,
Prabhu?
but who's supposed to be the doer, Prabhu?
The doer is you are the, I mean, see, like when you are a performer, you are performing your act according to your mind and intelligence. You're according to your subtle body.
Okay.
That means you are the doer. But the one who approves it is super soul, the ultimate controller.
Yeah.
Remember the 2 birds, Prabhu, the 2 parrot on the branch.
Yeah, yeah, very well.
The other one is watching.
Yeah.
He's the doer and he's the approver. You whatever enjoyment that you want to do, the Paramatma approves, whether good or bad.
Very good. Very good.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you. Cannot see the screen fully. You cannot see the screen fully. I mean, can't see the screen full. Cannot see the screen. You all cannot see the screen, is it?
Clear.
You can't see the screen.
Clear. Very clear.
Oh, very clear. So, are you all watching using your phone?
Oh, it's when mentioned that the lower parts didn't show up. Only it's listening not, then the lower one show halfway, a half sentence only.
Okay. Oh, one who thinks himself is that one, is it?
Yeah. I also see the same.
Oh, okay. Wait, let me do the setting again. Optimum video sharing. Okay. Oh, if I put that, I can't see Microsoft. Okay. Okay. How about now? From the current slide. How about now?
Still the same. Yeah.
But can you see a shadow like this? There's a shadow moving up and down. Is there any shadow?
There is
Huh?
a script now, but you produce it now only.
Now there's a shadow on top, right?
Yeah.
Ah, see this one I cannot. Okay. Or what you can do, that phone you are watching like this, maybe you put it this way. Oh, that means I have to edit the thing again. I have to make it bring it closer so that it can be seen. Okay, now you can see.
Yeah, I can see now.
Okay, so I bring it closer. Okay, now you can see the bottom. One who thinks himself as the doer.
Yes, can see, Prabhu.
What is that?
Handphone, I can see that.
Okay, now okay, because I bring it upwards. All right, great. Thank you. Okay, now. Okay, now you understand, huh? All right. So now let's look at 18. Jnanam nyeyam parinyata trivida karma chodana karanam karma karteti trivida karma sangraha. Knowledge, the object of the knowledge, and the knower are the three factors that motivate action. Okay. If today, if we overshoot a bit, is it okay? But not up to 3 hours lah. All right. First is the knowledge. What is the knowledge? First, we are acquiring knowledge. And what is that? The object of the knowledge. What is that object? And of course, the knower. Okay. Are the three factors that motivates action. Okay. And the senses, the work, and the doer are the three constituents of action. Okay. You all understand? First is the knowledge. What is that knowledge? Yes, Rusan Mataji.
You mean the doer is the supreme, is it? The knower is we.
See,
We
first
are
is knowledge. First is knowledge. And what is the object of the knowledge? So that means, in other words, Vedas. Now we are studying the Shastra Vedas. So what is the object of the Vedas? What do you think? What is the object of the Vedas?
no idea.
No, say like for instance, now you're studying. What is the reason you're studying Bhagavad Gita for what?
Knowledge.
To elevate our
Knowledge.
soul,
Huh?
to elevate our spiritual soul.
That's one thing. First, we are doing knowledge for what? So now we want to acquire knowledge. What knowledge? Because the object of the knowledge. What is that object of this knowledge?
To know Krishna.
Yes, the object of knowledge is to find the Lord. Who is that Lord? Who is that Krishna? I mean, is Krishna his Lord? Who is the Lord? That's the object of the knowledge. Okay? And the knower. And who is the knower? Spiritual master. All right? And the knower, or you, or Krishna. Okay, this is the knower. Are the three factors that motivates action. This is the three things that motivates you. All right, now I want to go on studying, gives you inspiration to go on. And how you do it? The senses, the work, and the doer. That means first you use the senses. Through the senses, you work. and the doer. You are the doer. These are called the three constituents of action. These are the three factors that used for action. You got it?
Oh, okay. I
You got
upside
it,
down.
huh?
I upside
Okay,
down.
okay. Right. Okay. Now, okay, now let's look at this. Okay, just push everything away. It's all blocking me. Okay, the knowledge 2022. So, what is the knowledge in the mode of goodness? Okay, the knowledge in the mode of goodness means one undivided spiritual nature is seen in all living entities. That means the goodness means undivided spiritual nature. That means you see in every living entity here, they all have that spiritual nature in them. There's a consciousness. That's why it's all moving. You know, they are loving, they are procreating, they are acting. There's activities going on because there's a consciousness, because there's a spiritual spark, or the battery is inside them. Okay, there's a battery inside them, right? Spiritual. This is the knowledge in mode of goodness. That means undivided spiritual nature. That means the same spiritual nature that you have is the same spiritual nature even the monkey or the dog has it. What the spiritual nature, the soul, which is so pure, pavitram in you, is the same kind you even can find in a pig. Is the same time you can find in a horse, elephant, and all these things. So undivided, okay, is goodness. And the knowledge in the mode of passion is what? In everybody, there's different type of living entity. So that means like this fly, you see, oh, this chicken got different type of soul, so I can eat. I see cow, I can kill the cow. I can eat the cow, I can eat the goat, I can eat the fish, because they got different type of living entity. So they see differences in them. Oh, this is food. You know, like for instance, people who love dogs, cats. They want to go around and save the dogs and cats. How? By giving them chicken and beef and goat. You know, they kill another animal, cook it, and go and feed this stray animal, thinking that they want to save, because they see the differences. When a person says that I am an animal lover, he should love every animal. All right. But these and so-called animal lovers only love dogs and cats. But for them, they see goat, cow, chicken, fish as a food. So this is the knowledge in the mode of passion. And what is the knowledge of ignorance? It means one is attached to one kind of work as them all in all. I mean, these are the people who are stereotyped, who stick to their belief system. This is my belief system, and this is the way of life. I will never change. All right. They attach to one kind of work, and they don't have knowledge, without knowledge of the truth, and which is very meager. So that means they don't have any proper knowledge. Something that they learn from their forefathers. My father teach me that, my mother teach me that, my grandfather teach me that, and they are stereotyped, stick to that belief system. So, and that knowledge is called the knowledge in the mode of ignorance. Okay, which is meager. Meager means what? It's so what they call meager means. In other words, we can say so cheapskate. All right, so meager, so like lousy. In other words, all right. Now let's look at karma. Karma, goodness means first the karma activity in 23 to 25. It says goodness means your karma is regulated. That means you follow some regulation. You perform without attachment. That means you just perform your duty, don't attach to that. Without love or hatred, without desire for fruitive results. In passion means perform with great effort by one seeking to gratify his desire. You work so hard. You know, like MLM guys, like insurance, they work so hard day and night. Yeah, I want to achieve with great effort. And of course, he enacted to sense of false ego. Yes, I am great. I am superstar. I am born champion. You know, they said born to win. All this other thing, they got so much of strong false ego. All right. Number 3, ignorance. Performed in illusion. You don't know what you're doing. Simply doing whimsically. In disregard scriptural injunction, they don't follow the scripture. Without concern for future bondage. Your activity going to create future struggle. They don't care. They say, like someday they say, die la, who cares? Right? They say, there's no tomorrow. So today I drink and be merry. Okay. And without concern for violence or distress caused by others. So you don't care about whether the thing. Example now, when you see all these, nowadays the current government, they are so demoniac. Now, when you see in Ipoh, especially near Rusan Chand's place, such a beautiful mountain has been destroyed. Huge mountain, all their quarry, great to quarry. And they're destroying it. So nice place. They are destroying, they're just cutting it off. Now, because of that, there's a free flow of wind. And because of that, you see that Gunor area, we never heard about getting blown by wind or getting flood. But now it's becoming very common because the mountain is getting shorter and shorter. The wind is getting full blown and people are suffering terribly. These are the ignorance that we are all facing because we are under the ignorant government. Why the ignorant government? The governors, the one who governs, the ministers and all these people are extremely foolish. They are extremely chronically foolish. They know that this is not supposed to be done, and yet they are doing it. All right? Because it's performed out of illusion. They don't care about scriptural injunction. You know, they don't concern for future bondage. The future going to create all this disaster. They don't care. All right? And they don't care whether it's about the violence and the distress that can cause to others. Okay? They find it, okay, I make millions of dollars in tax. So when any the roof get blown off, or if there's any big flood coming on, I just need to spend maybe 10, 20 million only to save them. But I make billions of dollars from them. So plus minus is profit. So they don't care about people's emotion, people's individuality. They are simply last over their success. So this is in total ignorance. Okay, this is total ignorance and totally foolish. Okay. Now, worker. Now let's look at a worker. When we work, we perform our work, karta. All right, karya karta. So 26 to 28, see what Krishna says. The thing in mode of goodness, the person in mode of goodness, they perform the duty without association with three modes of material nature and without false ego. That means the person perform his duty, do his job without association with the modes of material nature. That means they don't do it in the mode of passion, ignorance, or goodness, and without false ego. Let me say, I am the doer, I am great, I am a superstar. Not that. All right. So those who are performing work in the mode of passion, that means what? They attach to work and fruits of work. That means they are so attached to work. You know, like sometimes we see like people who after retire, there's a research. I mean, it's not now, but I've quite some time back. I used to say, you know, I did financial advisory before. They say after retirement, the person tend to lose all the money by those days were retirement 55. All right. So when they retire 55, they tend to finish up all their money by 60. And they have a high chance of dying by 65. So that means after retirement, their lifespan has reduced to only 10 years. That's why now the government has increased the retirement thing. That means they don't want the people retire 55, they will increase to 60. Right? So same thing, like in New Zealand, there's no retirement. My chitapa, my uncle is 77 years old, is still working because they say it's good for their mental health. Because they should not retire, because after retirement, people usually go into depression. So this is the thing they call, they say, passion. So that means they are attached to work. They are so attached to work. After they lose their job, they even can die in anxiety. All right, in depression. So they are so attached to work, and also the fruits. Oh, I'm doing this. And they also desire to enjoy that benefit. And number two, those who are greedy, they are always envious. When they start to see other people are doing very well, oh, no, sometimes, especially in sales line, that fella can do, you cannot do. You all eat the same kind of food, right? You all drink the same kind of drink, right? You all speak the same kind of language, right? That fella can do, you cannot do. Like that. So it creates so much of enviousness because the sales manager always believe this is called a healthy competition. No, it's a deadly competition. You are creating envy. Until the moment cannot do, they even can go to kill. They can even murder them. They can poison them. They even can go to this black magician. They can look these occult signs and do some black magic upon them, all because of this enviousness. Right? They are always impure and moved by joy and sorrow. When they make it, they start to rejoice. When they don't make it, they go into depression. So these are the people, always you can see them in the pub or in all the place. They are happily, when they're happy, they drink. When they are sad, also they drink. All right. The idea is when they're happy, they drink to enjoy. They drink to celebrate. When they are sorrow, they drink to forget the pain. Nonsense. Bogus. Huh? There's a saying, you know, what? Huh? That's one word I do. All right. Anyway, I'm telling you this because I was like that before also. All right. I used to drink before. When I happy, I drink. When I sorrow, also I drink. I was quite a drunkard before. So this is all I'm saying. So this is all in the mode of passion. And what is in mode of ignorance? Work against the injunction of scripture. That means you don't follow the scripture. You just blindly do. And those who are very materialistic, obstinate, cheating and expert in insulting others. They cheat and expert in insulting others. They can just go on insulting people. Okay. You know, sometimes when they work, you know, the boss, you know, their fellow boss, they can just like bully. Like insulting means bully. They can insult people because they know this fellow is here, is dude. I need to get rid of him. So insult him and all this, so kick him out. Those who are lazy, always morose, that means always like mad and procrastinating. Do tomorrow lah. Later lah. So these are the workers in mode of ignorance. And what about happiness? Those who are in happy goodness in 37, 39, Krishna explained, which is the beginning just like the poison, but the end just like a nectar. So whenever we start, it's so hot, but end of the day, it's very happy ending. And this happiness that awakens to the self-realization. That means the one that you start to realize, yes, I'm not this body, I'm soul. By studying Bhagavad Gita, you all should feel some kind of happiness. And the mode of passion is, which is derived from contact of the sense and the object. So that means derived from the contact. That means my eyes seeing beautiful thing. All right. My hand touching my gold or touching my Mercedes Benz. My nose smelling the smell inside the car. Wow. And my ears start the car. Vroom. Oh, yo, Mercedes. This kind of thing. So all this derived from the contact with the senses. Sense and their objects. Okay, which appear like a nectar. So first looks so beautiful, but later it become like a poison. You know, when I bought my Mercedes Benz, I was in a cloud 9. I said, wow, I'm driving Mercedes, you know, wow. So nice, so exciting, so interesting. Feel like, because I love cars. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I used to love cars. Now I don't care. I used to love cars. I've changed so many cars. You know, from the age of 23, when I first bought my Kanchil, up to reason, I think I've changed something like 20 over cars. I got so much of happiness with cars. But my ultimate car that I've driven, that I own, was Mercedes Benz. Oh, look at that feeling, square light. Oh, yo, sit in the car. But after my business start dwindle, you know, send the car for service. 3, 4, 4. Oh, you, why so expensive? Last time I didn't even feel it. All right. No, 3, 4,000. Just to service this car, 3, 4,000. Can you cut this? Can you cut that? Then after that, you can't handle the car anymore. The bank start calling you. Hey, bila mau bayar? Saya mau tarik you punya kereta. Until I need to go and surrender the car, I need to sell the car, and I lost big because I need to pay the differences. You know, I sold off the car and I paid extra something like 30,000, which is totally not this thing. So which feels nectar at first, wow, so interesting, but end of the day, poison. Such a pain. Already the car I need to sell is a pain. Secondly, I need to fork out money to the differences. It's totally waste. And the mode of ignorance is, which is blind in self-realization. Okay, that means there's a blind. That means happiness. That means it's blind. That means when people high on drugs, like look at this, look so happy, right? High on drugs, which is delusion from beginning and the end. From the start till the end, you will be like delusion, which arises from sleep, laziness, and illusion. Okay. So now the conclusion is, we must understand this, all right? Anything that's supposed to be yours should come to you easily. Anything that's supposed to be yours, something is that thing that should come easily to you. Anything that you work so hard to achieve, it is meant not to be yours. Okay, this was my experience, and even Gita says that. Anything that's supposed to be yours will come to you very easily. But if you're going to endeavor something so hard, you're going to work so hard to achieve this, that means the thing is not meant for you, but you are forcefully wants to have it. Like sometimes I see a person who wants to be a medical doctor. They work so hard. They cannot understand. Some or they push through. After they graduate, they go for houseman, they go crazy. You know how many students or housemen want to give up their medical job? Because I used to like advise them, you know, the parents say, oh, help my daughter. Why I spent so much of money, educate him. Now the fellow don't want to be a doctor. Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, have you seen that, Prabhu? Many house doctors give up halfway and run.
Quite a lot, Prabhu.
Quite a lot. What a waste, Then after become doctor, they go into depression. I was counseling one girl, I think around a year ago. A very beautiful young girl, young doctor. She graduated. She wanted to give up because of the bully in the thing. She wanted to give up. Then after that, after she became doctor, she wanted to give up. But eventually she went into some private practice, but she's still practicing. But I'm telling you the amount of depression she went through. And especially the agony the parents went through. Like now, recently, yesterday, there was one Mataji just called me up. There's one doctor in Ipoh. He's planning suicide. She's asking whether I can help and talk to him or not. All right. So it's like that. Everybody. So that means when the thing, like for instance, like for some, things will come very easily. Right. That means you born to be, you just go, you get your medical seat, you go to the medical seat, you just pass through with gold medal. All these things, that means it's supposed to be yours. So that's the thing. So whenever you endeavor, something very hard is something that not belongs to you. So you have to think about it. Okay. So now we are going to the part 2 of chapter 18, because this chapter 18 is divided into two sessions, part 1, part 2, but I've combined both. So now it's 10:30. Shall we take a short break? All right, we take a short break, then we continue with part 2. Okay. Now it's 10:30. Just take a 3 minutes break. Just get up, go refresh yourself. Then, okay, take a short break. Hare Krishna. So now we're going to go to the part 2. All right. Now, we work not with our body actually, but with our mind and intelligence. So if there's intelligence and the mind are always engaged in the thought of the Supreme Lord, then naturally the senses are also engaged in his service. Okay. So what we can understand from here, very nicely said. We work not with our body. Okay. We are not work with our body, but actually with our mind and intelligence. Correct? What is that mind and intelligence? Can anyone tell me? What body is that? We are not working with our body, but we are working with mind and intelligence. So what is that?
Subtle.
Subtle body. Very good. Subtle body. So if we kill ourselves, that means we are killing our subtle body. All right. We are killing actually our body, which is not worth it at all. Because the problem only starts with your mind and intelligence. So if the intelligence and the mind are always engaged in the thought of the Supreme Lord, then naturally the senses are also engaged in his service. That means when the mind is engaged in thoughts of Supreme, that means thinking about him, naturally the senses, that means all your mind, your eyes, your nose, everything, also engage in his service. Superficially, at least the activities of the sense remains the same. That means superficially, that means when you look at it, all the senses seems to be acting the same. You are seeing, watching video, watching TV, at the same time you're looking at Krishna, it looks same only, but the thing is different. You're looking, okay, when you're reading a newspaper and you're reading a Bhagavad Gita, both are reading, all right, but it's different, okay? Remain the same, but the consciousness is changed. The Bhagavad Gita teaches one how to absorb the mind and intelligence in the thought of the Lord. Such absorption will enable one to transfer himself to the kingdom of the Lord. If the mind is engaged in Krishna's service, then the senses are automatically engaged in his service. This is the art, and this is also the secret of Bhagavad Gita. Total absorption in the thought of Krishna. So purification through prescribed duties of Varnashram. All right. So now let's look at this 41 to 44. So what is that Varnashram? So first is we have 4 kinds of people: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So what is the duty of a Brahmana who is always in the mode of goodness? That means the natural qualities, they are peaceful, self-control, they have performed austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. This is the mode of Brahmana. Kshatriya, heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership. Is in mode of passion, is Kshatriya. And Vaishya, the business people, or the farmer, what they do? Farming, cow protection and business. And they are in the mode of passion and ignorance mixed. And Shudras, labor and service to others, they are naturally in the mode of ignorance. In 48, Krishna says, Sahajang karma kaunteya sadosham apina tyajet sarvaramba hi doshena dhumenagnir iva vrta. Every endeavor is covered by some fault. We must always remember that. In every endeavor, in everything that we do, in every endeavor, in everything that we do, there is covered by some fault. There will be some fault will be there. Example Krishna gave, just as the fire is covered by smoke. The fire is pure, but it also comes with the smoke. Therefore, one should not give up the work born of his nature. O son of Kunti, even if such work is full of fault. Or in other words, when we perform bhakti, all right, when we perform bhakti, there will be a lot of challenges. We have challenges with fellow human beings, fellow devotees. There will be some devotees who will have some kind of attitude problem and all these things, right? Because in every endeavor, there's some fault. In everything, even in this material life, in every life, there's some fault in that. Even how great a car can be, still there's some faulty technical stuff. There's nothing is perfect. Okay. So because of that, but one should not give, oh, it's so faulty. Yeah, the devotees are so lechy. Okay, I just don't want to. I just want to stay away from them. I want to give it up. No, we shouldn't do that. So one should not give up the work born of his nature. Even if such a work is full of fault. Even it's going to be very faulty, you still have to go on performing it. Eventually, you'll become perfect in it. All right. So, and in 51, 53, Krishna says, being purified by his intelligence. When a person being purified by his intelligence, purified by his intelligence. That means how? How you can get purified by your intelligence? By studying the Bhagavad Gita. Because the intelligence is purified by studying the Gita. The more you study, the more you feel more conviction. There's a lot of conviction. Okay, the mind, how you going to purify? By chanting. Okay, now let's look about intelligence. Being purified by intelligence and controlling the mind with determination. When the determination will come? When there's conviction. And where do you get the conviction? By studying. Okay, then is it by studying you can get conviction? By go on studying again and again and again. When you start to understand, when you start to associate with devotees, because the understanding of the Gita can't be with your own effort. You have to do it with a fellow devotees. Someone have to someone other guide you. All right. So with determination, giving up the object of sense gratification. Okay, anything that's going to distinct sense gratification, being freed from attachment and hatred. One who lives in a secluded place, one who eats little, who controls his body, mind, and power of speech, who is always in trance, and who is detached, free from false ego, false strength, and false pride, lust, anger, and acceptance of material things, free from false proprietorship. I am the owner, right? And peaceful. Such a person is clearly elevated to the position of self-realization. Then in 54, Krishna continues, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Na Shochati Na Kangshati Samasarveshu Bhuteshu Mat Bhaktim Labate Param. One who is just transcendentally situated. When a person is transcendentally situated, at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally disposed towards every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. That means one who is transcendently situated. That means once you're determined, you give up all these things, then you're transcendently situated. And how do you situate transcendently? Because your intelligence is purified by studying the Bhagavad Gita very, very scrutinizingly in detail. Then suddenly, then you're purifying your mind by chanting the Hare Krishna. You absorb in that mantra. All right. That means you fully situated. Okay. Naturally, the person becomes joyful. Happiness and joyful is different. Happiness is just a feeling. Joyful is the internal feeling, joy. Being happy is a superficial. Joy is internal, from inside. Okay. He never laments. In laments in Tamil we call polambrathu. Avan polamba matta. Polambikite irukkudu. They don't lament or desire for anything. He equally disposed towards every living entity. Everything is equally. In that state, he attains a pure devotional service. That's the way that you can achieve the pure devotion. Because pure devotional service means you got nothing else, only devotion. All right? Pure devotional service unto me. Then in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when you see, Chaitanya Charitamrita is another Vedas that we will study maybe another 2 years' time when we're going to do every day. 19, Madhya Leela, 19, chapter 19, text 151. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Beach. Out of many millions of wandering living entity, one who is very fortunate gets an opportunity to associate with a bona fide spiritual master. By the grace of Krishna, by the mercy of both Krishna and spiritual master, such a person receives the seat of the creeper of devotional service. That means out of many millions of wandering entities, there's so many people are wandering. One who is very fortunate, that means very fortunate, okay, gets Bhakyavan. You know, there's the word, Brahmite Kona Bhakyavan Jiva. Bhakyavan. In Tamil, we call Bhakyam. Bhakyasali. அவன் சரியான பாக்கியசாலி, எது தொட்டாலும் துளிங்கிருது. அப்ப இதுல என்ன சொல்றாங்க? பாக்கிய ஜீவா, பாக்கியவான் ஜீவா. That means the Bhakyavan means the most fortunate. And who? Jiva. That means the fortunate soul gets an opportunity to associate Guru Krishna Prasade, opportunity associate with the bona fide spiritual master, okay, by the grace of Krishna, by the mercy. That means through the mercy of Krishna and the spiritual master. Such a person will get Bhakti Lata Bija. Bhakti, Bhakti na Bhakti, Lata Bija. Creeper. Lata means creeper. Creeper. Bija means seat. All right? அதாவது தமிழ் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க? பக்தி கொடி. ஓகே, கொடி கொடியா போறதுல அந்த செடி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கொடியா போகும். அந்த வெத்தலை கொடி எல்லாம் சொல்றாங்களே அந்த மாதிரி கொடி. So okay, so by the mercy of both Krishna and spiritual master, such a person receives the seat of creeper of devotional service. Then 55, Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvataha tato mang tatvato nyatva vishate tat anantaram. One can understand me as I am, as a supreme personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me, by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. So now I would like to play you a short video. I need to off that. We continue. So something that we have to contemplate because we're going to speak about that now. All right. So Bhaktyamam abhijananti yavan yaschasmi tatvataha yato tato mang tatvato nyatva vishate tat anantaram. One can understand me as I am, as a supreme personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. When we perform devotional service, we are becoming more and more convinced with our reciprocity, because Krishna reciprocates, all right? How can a man who born from a different family meet a girl who are born from a different family, different environment? When they come, they get attracted to each other and they fall in love. And they even would like to die for it. How is that possible? All right. When these persons release the love, when this person receives the love, and she reciprocate again, and through that reciprocation, it becomes more intensified. All right. So like that. So that's why Krishna, when in full consciousness of me, he can enter into the kingdom of God. When Krishna starts to reciprocate to you, you start to feel the ecstatic feeling, and you can go back home, back to Godhead. So then why Krishna? Always they're saying, right? Why Krishna? Why not others? Why not Lord Shiva? Why not what they call Lord Vengadachalapati? Why not Narayana? Why not others? So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Text 28, Vyasadeva says, Iti changsa kala pungsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indradri Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. It says all the above mentioned incarnations, either plenary portion or portion of the plenary portion of the Lord. But the Lord Sri Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishnastu. Krishna is the one who is a Swayam Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality. All right. So it's the original personality of Godhead. All of them appear on planet wherever there's a disturbance. That means the others, when you look at all the other incarnations, they only appear whenever there is a trouble. Okay. That means all of them appear on the planet whenever there is a disturbance created by the atheist. The Lord incarnates to protect the theist. Okay. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, it's clearly mentioned here. Iti chamsa kalapumsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indradi Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. Whenever there's thing, yuga after yuga, they will incarnate. So, how to understand Krishna in truth? We cannot, just like honey, when you want to take the honey, you have to open the bottle and start to put the thing and lick. Ah, this is honey. You cannot enjoy by licking the bottle. You cannot enjoy. You take the honey bottle and start to lick. You don't taste the honey. You only taste honey when you open and you taste the honey inside. Similarly, by simply theoretically study the Vedas, Bhagavad Gita and all, it's just theory. You can never actually have that excitement of drinking the real honey. So the real honey, if you want to drink, you have to approach a spiritual master. And the spiritual master is the one that opens the bottle for you so that you can taste the real nectarian. So if you want to understand Krishna, then you have to take a full life for devotion under the guidance of a spiritual master. So now Krishna is going to explain already all that confidential topic. And now Krishna is explaining more confidential topic. It is more confidential. Okay. Now I really want you to pay attention to this verse here. Okay. Ishvara sarva bhutanang hriddeshe arjuna tistati brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudani mayaya tam eva sharanam gaccha sarvam bhavena bharata tat prasadat parang shanti stanam prapyasi shashvatam iti te jnanam akyatang guhyat guhya tarang maya vimishaitat asheshena yattichasi tata kuru. Now, Krishna explains here, he said, the Supreme Lord is situated. Now, let me get a marker. Okay. The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart. The first thing. Then Krishna is in everyone's heart, whether you like it or not. Oh, Arjuna. And what he's doing is directing the wanderings of the living entities. So whatever he's directing, where you're going, he's just following you. You want to fall into the ditch, he'll show you how to fall into the ditch. You want to commit suicide, teach you how to commit suicide. Everything is just directing the wandering living entities. As though seated on a machine made of material energy. That means as though you're sitting in the machine, like just like, robot. They're sitting in the machine like the car you're driving, they're guiding the thing. Okay. See, okay, the word here is, what is a machine? Yantra. All right, yantra. Yantra means machine. Imagine 5,000 years ago, Krishna speaking about yantra. All right, machine of material body. Then after that, Krishna says, Tat tam eva sharanam gaccha. How? Through sarva bhavena bharata. Sarva bhavena. All right, through all activities. Sarva. Sarva means everything. That means, oh sign of Bharata, surrender unto him. Okay, surrender unto him. Surrender unto him how? Utterly. Utterly means through everything. Everything. Sarva bhava. Sarva bhavena. Saranam gaccha. Sharanam gaccha. Sarva bhavena. Surrender unto him fully. Then after that it says, by his grace, you will attain what? The transcendental peace and the supreme eternal abode. All right. You achieve the transcendental plane and this thing. So far, so good. Now, Krishna then says, Itite jnanam, itite, by this jnanam, through this, I have already explained jnanam. Akyatam guhyat guhya, taram maya. Guhyat guhya means what? The knowledge which is still more confidential. All right. Guhya means confidential. So this I have explained to you the knowledge which is still more confidential. Then he says, then after that Krishna says, now let's look at this. Then after that Krishna says, give me which is the nice one. All right. Now after that he says, deliberate on this fully. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is it think about it. Deliberate. Whatever I tell you, think about it. You'll understand what I'm saying? Then he said this word, which is mind-blowing. And he says, then do what you wish to do. Chetasi sar tata kuru. Yatte chasi tata kuru. Deliberate on this fully. Vimisarina asheshena. Then do what you wish to do. So what we understand from this Bhagavad Gita, Krishna never forced you to do this. Krishna have given you everything that you should know. Everything that is required for you to know. He claimed himself as God. He proved himself as God. He have said that you are a temporary living person. All right? Your body is temporary. Your body is weak, can be perished at any moment. The birth and death is very mysterious. Don't know when going to happen. The body, even though very unique, but it is so temporary. The body that we have is full of disease, and it's getting old. It rots so fast. All right. Just imagine you put a plant, and the plant will just live for some time, or you have, say if you have a fish, the fish just after some time it dies. Like that. It's only temporary manifestation. You manifested once, then after that, you from nowhere you appeared, then you manifested for some time, create some byproduct, then eventually vanish. So we are living in this such a temporary place. And Krishna says that you are living in this material world, which is made of 5 material elements, prakriti, right? And prakriti and all these things. Then after that, he says, I am controlling through kala. Okay, kala means time, the time that destroys everything. Okay, all these things. And I am the Bhagavan. I am the Supreme Personality. I have all these beautiful qualities. After explaining everything, then he says now. So now in chapter he says, the situated in everyone's heart. He says, the Supreme Person is situated in everyone's heart. And he's the one directing everyone. Just like a machine. Like as though you sit in a machine of material energy. Just like sitting in the car, you drive the car. The car is the body. And the driver. You see, okay? But after that, he says, then after that, what Krishna firmly suggests here. Surrender unto him utterly, O Bharata. Sharanam Gacha. Sharanam Gacha. Sarva Bhavena Bharata. Sharanam Gacha. Tam Eva. Tam Eva means to me. Surrender. Sharanam Gacha. Sarva Bhavena. Surrender everything. O Bharata. Bharata means the sign of Bharata. Okay. Then Tat Prasadat. By his grace. Tat means that. Through that grace. You will Akyatam. Through that grace. Shantim Sthanam Prapashya Sashvatam. Through that grace. By his blessing, grace, you attain transcendental peace and supreme. You attain transcendental. Where is it? Transcendental peace and supreme and eternal abode. So, Tat Prasadat Param Shantim. Param Shantim, supreme peace. Sthanam Prapshasha Shashvatam. So that means you peace and also supreme and eternal abode. You can go to him. Then at last he said, Itite Jnanam, through this knowledge that I've given you, Akyatam Guhya Guhyat Guhya. Guhyat is confidential. Guhya. Padada Padu. Solanga Tamil, Padada Padu. That means suffering, the worst suffering. Sandoshatukku mele sandosham. That means happiness over happiness. So there's a Guhya. That means the confidential is the most confidential. Taram Maya. So that means I've explained more confidential. Then say Vimishaitat Asheshena. Deliberate on this fully. Think about it. Then do what you like, what you wish to do. So Krishna, I've given you all this knowledge. Now is the time that you make the decision. Krishna never forces anyone because Krishna have given us the minute independence of choice. We have that independence. All right. We are an individual soul. We are here because of some desire. Krishna fulfilled that desire. And after that, Krishna will never interfere in your desire. How you want to live? Do you want to live as an extreme asura or you want to live as an extreme pure devotee? Whether you want to live life like an animal, whether you want to live life like a civilized person, just ask. Krishna will give through the material energy. A person who loves to indulge in sex terribly, they'll take birth as a pigeon. You see, the pigeon always have sex. All right. Then if you love to eat so much of meat, never mind, I give you the body that you can, the meat is going to be your subtle, your supple diet. Right? Oh, you love to sleep, never mind, you love to stay, like a cold place, the environment is so cold, I just feel like on the aircon, I just like to sleep. Okay, Krishna says, be born as a polar bear, go on sleeping. Your entire life as a polar bear, you go to eat and come and sleep. Okay. Oh, you are so beautiful, you like to show your body here and there, you like to be an actress, you like to show, you want to show how beautiful your body look like, you want to be a model. It's okay. I give you a very nice, beautiful tree branch. Stay naked forever. Yeah. Just name it, whatever you want, he'll give. At the same time, Krishna also suggests this. Then he said, you think about it. Even to go back home, back to Godhead, it's going to be your choice. It's the choice that you have, and you have to make that decision, whether you like it or not. That's why Krishna says, deliberate on this fully and do what you wish to do. The decision is in your hand. You understand? Any questions? Anyone don't understand? Thumbs up. Oh, sorry. Don't understand? Thumbs down. Rusan Mataji. Yes, you want to ask something?
Yeah, regarding what you said just now is our behavior, our thinking will be continue to our next birth.
Yes,
That
correct.
will be.
Yeah. That's
Wow,
true.
so terrible.
No, that's why Krishna says, it's up to you, your choice. You cannot stop your thinking, right? You cannot stop your behavior. You cannot stop your diet, especially. Can or not? Can you control all that?
Yeah, but still
Can or
gonna
cannot? Can or
be
cannot? I mean, logically, can or cannot?
Mm. The desire.
Yeah, your desire. Can you give up your desire? Can or cannot?
Wow. Wow.
No, can or cannot, Mataji.
like you wish to be like those days.
You wish, of course you wish, but now I'm telling you, you have to become this, you have to follow this. Can or cannot? That means you become desireless, you become desireless. You don't think about all. Can you do that now? Is that
Mm.
boleh kah tak boleh?
Mau lah tapi
Mau lah, tapi tak boleh lah, betul?
yeah.
So that's why Krishna says, whatever things you have, use it for Krishna. You do not need to artificially change yourself. You do not need to become an Indian, Rusan Mataji. You remain as a Chinese.
Okay.
You understand? You do not need to become an Indian. You do not need to act like an Indian, because Hare Krishna, majority Indians are there, so I want to become an Indian. No. Remain in your position as a Chinese person. And you do what you can do. You do not need to eat rice like Indians. Because I know Chinese, they cannot tolerate rice every day. They cannot take dal, curry. The devotee from China, they come down, they look at our Indian food, they also pengsan. So
Yeah.
they come, they have their own cook, they cook their food according to their staple, what they can ngam. So you do not need to change. You do not need to change your diet. Whatever you feel like eating noodle, take the noodle, cook nicely, offer it to Krishna. They say like a tofu. Okay, for Indians, they say like, like tofu. Okay, you take tofu, offer it to Krishna and eat it. And all this. So be in your Chinese diet, be in your Chinese environment, be in your Chinese desire, be in your Chinese goals, everything. But everything dovetail. Summa, everything, bring it to Krishna. That's it. He's not asking you to change yourself. Remain where you are. Like in the previous session, there's one devotee was telling, he's telling, I want to convert to Hare Krishna. I say, what? You want to convert to Hare Krishna? We don't convert anyone. This is not a conversion movement like any Abrahamic religion, like Christians, Islam, they want to convert people. We don't convert anyone. He said, remain in whatever faith you are. Add Krishna to you. That's it. Because adding Krishna is your natural thing. So how are you going to add? Just remain. Just keep your consciousness straight. Chant Hare Krishna and read the Bhagavad Gita. We do not need to artificially change ourselves. Be in whatever condition, situation, and from there, engage everything. Like chapter 3 says, engage, do your work without expectation. Then you understand Krishna, the divine knowledge, chapter 4. And chapter 5, how you're going to act in Krishna consciousness. This is the original consciousness. All right, how are you going to do it? Then after that, you go on. So that's the thing. So what Krishna says here, he said, the Supreme Person is situated in everyone's heart. Is in your heart, Mataji. Right? And he's directing all wandering soul. He's directing you, everyone. All right? In every living entity. He's not saying he's directing only the Indians, right? He's not directing only my devotees. He said everybody. Then after that, he says, surrender unto him. Surrender. He's not saying, you convert to him. Surrender to him. Surrender means what? Just remain in your position, and what you have, you surrender to him. And through that, you'll attain the transcendental peace and supreme and eternal abode. All right? So this is the most confidential knowledge. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Very clear right now.
Yes. I'm so happy with your enthusiasm.
Yeah, because you have to culture mixture. Sometimes you are misunderstanding the knowledge when into somewhere. So you have to clear and then you will get forward.
Exactly. I'm very overwhelmed as a Chinese bodied person. You have so much of faith in Bhagavad Gita, and you're building your faith in Krishna. It is something which is very amazing. And do you know that Krishna conscious movement is the most strict movement? You cannot have any, they don't encourage you to be happy. They don't encourage you to have a material happiness, right? No meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. Alama, what life? But yet so many people, especially in the Western world, are coming into Hare Krishna. Why? Because this is the constitution. This is the original. It's in everyone's heart. So when we just trigger, they'll get awakened. All right. So now what we can understand from here, Krishna says, he give you respect your independent, your minute independent. Krishna respect that. And after that, that's why Krishna says, do what you wish to do. He's not trying to force you into this. All right. This is what is unique about Bhagavad Gita. When you look at other books, other Abrahamic religion book, you don't come here, you go to hell. You don't pray to this particular God, you go to hell. And you go to hell, you stay there forever. But here, this beautiful Krishna says, deliberate on this, follow all this. But you think about it. I let you to make the decision. I am not going to force you. I'm not going to think. Right? So like that. Okay. Any other? Oh, there's a question here. Oh, Rusan Mataj. Okay. So how about others? Any questions? You all understand? If you understand, thumbs up. Okay, K7 is there. How about others? Others are not around in this Zoom call. Okay. Even 1% understand. I feel my question is. Okay, great, Prabhu. Wow, Tineshwari really understood. Haribol. That's very nice. Okay. What I was supposed to do? Okay, I need to. Okay. Hey, why am I so confused now? Okay. Now, then after that, Krishna Sarva. Then after that, Krishna says, okay, Krishna says in 64, Sarva Guhya Tamang Bhuya Shrinnu Me Paramang Vacha Istosi Me Dridang Iti. Just give me a second. Huh? Okay. Now. Okay, now. Sarva Guhya Tamang Bhuya Shrinnu Me Paramang Vacha ishtosi te dridang iti tato vakshyami te hitam. So now in 64, anyone can tell me what is sarva? Anyone? Very okay. Who's answering that? All. Very good. Sarva. Very good.
So why the
Now number.
white patch there, Prabhu?
Huh?
The white patch after the
Yeah,
slope.
yeah. I purposely cover it.
Okay, sorry, Prabhu.
Okay. What is guhya? Can anyone tell me what is guhya? Sarva means all. Guhya? Can anyone tell me? I repeated so many times. Let's see. Kesavan, Rusan Mataji, Sadguna Mataji. Can anyone tell me what is guhya? Sheila, Sumitra, Dineshwari, Vivan. What is guhya?
Confidential.
Confidential. Sumitra, you wanted to say the same thing?
No.
What
I
you
don't know
wanted to
what
say?
is Guya.
Okay. That's why just now I was telling, no idea, Tineshwari. Just now remember I said guhya.
Don't
Sarva guhya.
know, Prabhuji.
No, just now I explained. Sarva guhya. You know, like this thing, what we said? Guhya. The most
Okay,
confidential. Okay.
Most
Now, yeah. So I just purposely cover these things so that I don't want you to read at the bottom. So immediately you know the answer. Okay. Now let's look at this. So Sarva guhya guhyana. Okay. Get a marker. Okay. Sarva guhya tamam guhya. Sarva guhya. That means all. The most. Sarva means all. Everything. Guhya. That means confidential. All right. Shrinu me paramang vacha. Through this I spoke. Istosi te dradamiti tato vakshami te hitam. Because you are my very dear friend, I am speaking to you my supreme instruction. What is the supreme instruction? The most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this from me. It is for your own benefit. Can you see this? Now, I want all of you to pay really good attention because these another few more verses we are done. But I really want you to pay what Krishna is going to speak about, the most confidential knowledge. He says, because Arjuna is his dear friend. Already he said, already he spoke so many confidential knowledge. But now he's saying, I'm going to give you my supreme instruction. So this is the instruction that we have to really consider. Because this is going to be hit the bull's eye. My supreme instruction. Which is most confidential knowledge of all. So what we can understand, the entire Veda, Shastra, everything, this is the Saram, or this is the what they call the real thing, the real knowledge. Because he said the most confidential knowledge of all, everything is most confidential. And Krishna says, hear this from me. It is for your own benefit. So please, everyone, please really pay good attention to this. Let's say, what is that? Manmana bhava mad bhakto matya jimam namashkuru mam eva shashi satyam te prati jane priyosi me. Look at that. This is really, really goosebump. Man mana bhava mad bhakto. Mad bhakto means what? Mad means be, mine. Man mana bhava. So always think of me. Number one, Krishna says, always think of me, your mind, manase. Man mana. Become my devotee. Krishna wants you to become his devotee. Right? So, mat yaji mam namaskuru. Namaskuru means what? Namaskaram. So he says, worship me. Offer your homage unto me. Your homage means what? You, whatever things that you do, the food that you eat, that everything, just everything offer to me. Offer your homage, offer, you go and see him, you go for pilgrimage to see him, you always worship him, always offer food to him, always be absorbed in him, Always your mind, intelligence, everything offered to him and everything. By doing that, Mam Eva Shashi, that means by doing that, thus you will come to me without fail. Krishna says you will come to me without fail. Hey, what's happening here? Okay. Now, let's look at this. Then he says, I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. So, Mam Eva says, Satyam. Have you any heard in any scripture God promising you? Why did Krishna did this? Because just now we saw Krishna says, because you are my dear friend. Right? Because you are my dear friend. Hey, what is happening here? Do you see anything on the screen? Oops. Okay. So now, okay. No, something just now popped up and it's blocking my view. Okay, now, what is that? He says, Mam evshi satyam te. Okay, that means I promise you. I promise you. So that means, now the question is I want to ask you, have you heard in any scripture, in anywhere, that God actually come and give you promise? Because just now verse we saw, because you're my very dear friend, I'm giving you something very confidential. As a friend, promising a friend, right? When you talk to a friend, usually with this kind of, I promise you this, I will help you. Even you can be I promise you this, I'll love you forever. I promise you this. That means something that you're very dear, only you're going to speak like this. So now, you are the dear ones of Krishna. And Krishna promising you this.
No, nobody does that except for Krishna.
Yes, exactly. Because Mam is Satyam. Krishna promising you. Satyamana solren. I promise you this. Satyam. The word Satyam. Vaku. இறைவனே வாக்கு கொடுக்கிறார். He's giving you the promise. Satyam is promise. Swear. There's another book was this thing, I saw the translation was even this thing. It says, I swear upon you. All right. You come to me without fail. I promise you this because you're my very dear friend. So now when we are listening to this conversation means, and Arjuna is asking a question on your behalf and Krishna is answering on your behalf. Okay, example, like for instance, how do you say, like there's this thing, how do you train your daughter-in-law? I'm not sure about now, but there's a saying, how do you train your daughter-in-law? By chastising your daughter. Your daughter-in-law is cutting vegetable and your daughter is cutting vegetable. You don't straight away confront your daughter-in-law. Hey, why are you cutting like that? No. You go to your daughter and say, hey, look, why are you cutting like this? You must cut this way, not that way. And the daughter-in-law say, oh, okay. Oh, I make the mistake. She change. So in other words, Arjuna is speaking on our behalf, but their conversation is actually for us. You understand what I mean? So Krishna speaks here, I promise you this. That means indirectly Krishna is promising each and every one of us. And until now you're sitting and listening to this conversation that means you are Krishna's very dear friend. If not, you won't be able to sit here and listen to this thing, to this verse. There's so many people sign up. How many people are here? Only 10, including me. That means 9 of you are here. And you are the most dearest one to Krishna. He says, I promise. That means Krishna is personally promising each and every one of you that you will go to him. You definitely will go to him. If you always think of him, if you become his devotee, if you worship him and you offer your homage unto him, okay? And thus you'll come to, and you go to him without fail. You do not need to have any anxiety whether I will make it or not. You should not have any kind of, like this morning I was listening to this lecture from my mentor, Pran Govinda Prabhu. Later, I will share that video. I really want every one of you to listen to that video. YouTube. Fantastic lecture. The summary of Bhagavad Gita. Why he said? I was so excited what he said. Okay. So anyway, so he was saying, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Yeah, I should run this class like a Gita class, not like a motivational speech. I forgot what I want to tell. All right, anyway. So become my devotee. Worship me. Offer your homage of me. So you will attain him without fail. There's no fear. Yes, this is what I want to say. A devotee, how to check and balance. Am I a devotee or yes or no? What is that qualification that to feel I am a devotee of the Lord? A person is known as the devotee of the Lord when he has no fear for death. When we have no fear for death, that's when we can identify ourselves as the devotee of the Lord. Why we fear for death? Because we still have doubt. We have doubt whether we'll make it or not. We have doubt whether I'm doing the right thing or not. We have doubt whether can I assimilate all these, yes or not. But when we simply surrender, offer your homage, okay, mat yajimam namaskuru. So that means you offer your homage, you offer everything that you have, your intelligence, everything, and simply depend on Krishna. Okay. You do not need to doubt your father whether you will pay your school fees or not. When your father says, go for this tuition, you simply go. You don't doubt. Dad, after 3 months, will you still pay the tuition fee or not? All right. You don't doubt your father when he asks you to go for a college studies. Huh? We don't say, after 1 year, will you pay or not? No, we don't doubt it. So the doubt is the one that going to hinder us. The doubt is the one that going to give us so much of struggle and suffering. So we should not be doubtful. And how we cannot be doubtful? When you are very convinced. And where the conviction come from? Through the knowledge. And through that knowledge, and how you internalize the knowledge? By chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Simple process. Every day, 1.5 hours, do your mantra, 16 rounds. Simple as that. Then after that, dedicate yourself at least half an hour to read at least one verse and contemplate. All right. Then 10 minutes, keep a journal with you. Get a white piece of paper and write what you have done today. Then try to refer back to Bhagavad Gita. Are you acting and practicing according to the recommendation of Bhagavad Gita? Yes or no? If no, where do you need to improve? Check and balance your life every single day. When you check and balance, you are very conscious of what is happening around you. Until one moment, you start to know at that final moment of breath, you know, okay, it looks like I'm choking. Yes, I'm choking. I'm getting breathlessness. Yes, I am gasping for air. Okay, things are look so different and my mind start dwindling. Everything start reeling. You know, a kind of fear comes in my heart and people are holding my hand, try to console me. That means I know, time for me to leave. Immediately, what I need to do at that moment, I have to just surrender myself unto the lotus feet of Nanda Nandana, Shama Sundara. Think about the deity that you are so attracted to. Think about anything that attracts you. But for me, Bhagavad Gita is my biggest attraction. Whenever I see Bhagavad Gita, I feel a kind of feeling. I hold the Bhagavad Gita. I want to see and listen what actually Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Krishna says Satyam. I don't remember the verse, but I know one place Krishna says, worship me, pay homage to me. Satyam, Krishna says, he promises that you can go to him. And therefore, dear Krishna, can you give me that? In that ecstatic feeling, you close your eyes. When you open your eyes, you are in Vaikunta. You don't go through such a miserable way of death. Death is for karmis. Death is cruelty for materialists. That's when the death comes in the form, the Krishna says, I'll come in the form of death to the materialistic people. But for a devotee, death means ecstatic feeling, ecstasy. Because you're going to achieve your ultimate goal. After millions and trillions of lifetime, you have passed through this way. At last, you're going to achieve your ultimate goal of discarding, getting out of this nasty place once and for all. That's why Krishna says, I promise you this. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, offer your homage to me, and that you will come to me, and he give you the promises. So there's no doubt. Sir, ill and pain will against us and easily let go God faith. All right, see, we understand that, right? Sometimes we say, Atato Brahma Jignasa, I am not this body. Okay, I know I'm a spirit. Okay, I know I'm going to go to Krishna, but the pain is real, right? The hunger is real. I cannot say, I'm so hungry. No, I am not this body. Can you not eat? Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu asked that question before. How can we believe that we are not this body? See, all these things all these convictions and everything. The pain will be there. The illness will be there. Everything will be there. I'm suffering from some kind of dread disease. I'm suffering some kind of this. But your meditation is what? Do you have any other choice? You're going to dwell in pain, or you're going to think something exciting. Will the pain go off? The pain will still remain there. But when you start to think of Krishna, that kind of ecstatic feeling, while in the pain, you feel some kind of transcendental happiness. Like sometimes they say, like sometimes once I met a person who having some kind of terrible disease, right? So the disease, it's a kind of weird disease like cancer or something like that. So the person said, now I'm in pain. So what can I do? I said, you are in pain. What can you do? All right. So I'm in pain. What can I do? All right. So if you think something exciting, will the pain go off? No. If you think about the pain, will the pain go off? No. So now you are in pain. You don't have a choice. So why not use your choice of think of God, think of Krishna. At least in that pain, because I've seen so many patients, right? Even like last year, 2 years ago, Bhakti Kadamba Kandana Swami, he had stage 4, some kind of cancer, right? Even though he's in great pain, but his face looks so divine. Okay, I think most of you have not seen him, right? Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu, we all have seen him. Saw his pastime. Such amazing. He refused to take medicine. He said, I'm going to die. So what's the point? Your medicine will help me. Yeah. He was into that level, and he was in great ecstasy feeling. At the same time, there's another story. Like yesterday, I shared this video to Vivan. We had a discussion about this podcast. A person was having a chronic disease, and the person is going to die. Doctor said, you only have another 3 weeks to live. So in that 3 weeks, she came to the spiritual master and told the spiritual master, every day I want to drink Charanamrita. So that means every day she wants to come and wash the lake, want to do Pada Puja, the wash the lake ceremony, and she wants to drink the water. Charanamrita, the lotus feet of the spiritual master. When she came, when she told that spiritual master, the spiritual master told her this word. I forgot that verse. Anyway, I hope somebody can, I think Vaishnava Prabhu can enlighten me. He said that if Krishna wants to kill you, no one can save you. If Krishna wants to save you, nothing in this 3 world going to kill you. What is the verse, Prabhu? Rake, Krishna, always I forget the verse. Can anyone tell
Rake,
again?
Rake Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rake.
Yeah.
Yes, Rake Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rake. That verse, what it says? If Krishna wants to kill you, no one can protect you. If Krishna wants to save you, nothing in this 3 world going to kill you. Therefore, just surrender completely to Krishna and tell Krishna, I am in your court. I am a ball in your court. Do what as you wish and simply surrender. You can see a huge transformation start happening in your life. I'm not telling this theoretically. I have seen people who have taken up this level of faith. They even came out of it. I'm not giving a false promises, but everything is possible, because that's what Krishna says very clearly. If he wants to kill you, no one can save you. If he wants to save you, nothing in this world is going to kill you. Then 866, Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Now, what is the process? What is the process of fully surrender to Krishna? The confidential knowledge, yes, I want to do. But how to do? That's when Krishna says here, 1866. Now he's coming in, hitting the bullseye again. Sarva Dharman, all kind of religious process. Parityajya, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Aham tam sarva papebhyo moksha yishyami ma shuchaha. Sarva Dharman, all kind of religious activity. Sarva means all. Dharma means religiosity. Parityajya, give up. Mam, ekam. Mam means me. Ekam means ek means one. Sharanam Raja, only surrender to me. Aham tam sarva papebhyo. Aham, therefore I, sarva. Papa. Sarva papa means all kind of sin. And what sin is this? Sanchari karma, prarabdha karma, kutta karma, and all the sins, everything, sarva papa. All varieties of sin, just name it. I will deliver you. Ahamta. Moksha ashami ma shuchaha. Moksha. I will deliver you. Ma shuchaha. Purify. All right. So what is Krishna says very nicely, abandon all varieties of religion. What is abandon means? Right? When there's a war, when there's something famine, what? You abandon. Abandon means throw everything away. You don't carry anything with you. All right? Abandon the ship. The captain sometimes jettison. They call it in army in a sailing thing called jettison. Abandon. What? You just jump out from the boat. You don't keep anything with you. You don't think, oh, I want to carry my luggage bag and everything. Just abandon. When the plane go and do a crash landing, they open the thing, you just jump out. You don't think, hey, I got my briefcase, I got my, just jump out, save your life first. Others all can think about it later. Abandon. Drop everything. Throw everything. Abandon all varieties of religion. Anything, throw everything away. And just surrender unto me. Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Throw everything away. Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Sharanam. Sharanam means surrender. So just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you. Okay. From all sinful reaction. Aham. Aham means me. Tvam. Sarva papebhyo. Sarva pavangal. Sarva papa. Sarva prarabdha karma. Kutta karma. Sanchari karma. All. Deliver everything. All right. Moksha shami mashuchaha. From all sinful reaction, do not fear. Krishna says, do not fear. I am there for you. 66. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam rakshishyati vishvasu gopitritve varanang tata atma nikshepa karpanye shat vidha sharanagati. If the surrendering process, in the surrendering process, one should accept things favorable for discharging devotional service. What is the thing that discharge favorable? Reject things unfavorable. Always believe firmly in the Lord's protection. Always believe firmly in the Lord's protection. Feel exclusively dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Just feel, yes, Krishna will take care. Have no interest separate from the interest of the Lord. Always feel oneself meek and humble. These are the 6 processes. All right. Then now the biggest revelation, 68 and 69. Why I always ask you to distribute Bhagavad Gita. What is the reason? You know, Krishna says here, for one who explained the supreme secret to the devotees. Who explained the supreme secret to the devotees. Pure devotional service is guaranteed. At the end, he will come back to me. Again, one who explained the supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed. And at the end, he will come back to me. Then after that, Krishna says, there is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. In other words, there is no servant in this world is more dear to me than anybody else, if the one who explained the supreme secret to others. So how much intelligence we have to go and sit with someone and to teach them Bhagavad Gita? We don't have, not much. Therefore, simply put a Bhagavad Gita in someone's hand, the Bhagavad Gita and Srila Prabhupada will start to teach him. And you will be given the best opportunity. You will be granted the thing. So, distributing Bhagavad Gita is something that you please the Lord the most. Then, after that, 73, Krishna says, then after that, 73, now Arjuna starts speaking in ecstasy. Arjuna vacha nastomoha smritir labda tvat prasadan maya achyuta stitosmi gata sandeha. Sandeha means confusion, sandegam. Karishye vachanam tava. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone, moha. My illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt. See, I am now firm and free from doubt. Because doubt is the biggest disaster. And I am prepared to act according to your instruction. Now I'm prepared. All right? Then the last verse. First, Sanjaya spoke to Dhritarashtra. Now again, at last, now let's look at this. Sanjaya vacha yatra yogeshwara krishno yatra partho danurdaraha tatra shrir vijayo bhutir dhruva nitir matir mama yatra yogeshwara krishno yatra partho danurdana tatra shrir vijayo bhutir dhruva nitir matir mama. What he says? Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. In which place you can find Krishna, Arjuna, with full weapon and full army uniform? Where can you find it? Only in Bhagavad Gita. All right. Other place you see Krishna will be standing, Arjuna will be standing at the side without weapon. He says, wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, fantastic soldier. When these two personalities are there simultaneously at the same place, there will also certainly, guaranteed, be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, so much of power, and morality. That's why I'm telling you, carry your Bhagavad Gita wherever you go. Because in Bhagavad Gita, we have that Supreme Lord Krishna. We have that Supreme Archer, Arjuna. The Supreme Mystic and the Supreme Archer. At the same time, discussing. And the only place you can have both is in Bhagavad Gita. So what happens if you carry your Bhagavad Gita wherever you go? Carry it to your workplace. Keep it in your car. All right, keep it in your bag, keep it in your car. So get down from the car, you go to your workplace. You just don't ever leave your house without Bhagavad Gita. You can even forget your wallet, you can even forget your handphone, nothing. But not your Gita. Because wherever there's Gita, these things is guaranteed. Opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. I'm telling this from my own experience. When I used to do my training, I used to have a lot of, sometimes people are jealous. I have a lot of challenges. Wherever I go, I just put the Bhagavad Gita first. Even my partner, even my staffs, everybody knows. Okay, they used to call me Sifu. Oh, Sifu is there putting the Gita ready. Okay, now everything should be fine. At one day, I've forgotten. I said, hey, Sifu, you didn't bring your Gita. I said, Ayo. I said, never mind. I think I got, because all my traders, everybody carries the Gita with them. They brought the Gita and put on the table. Beautiful. That is the power. Never leave your house without Bhagavad Gita. Victory, yes, victory. Right? So, like that. So with that, this is the last class for chapters. This end our Gita Gyan batch 4. We had a 18 days journey with lots of questions, lots of laughter, a lot of sad, so a lot of things. We have passed through so many emotional feeling, ecstatic, emotional feeling. So today we are at the end of this batch 4. So as I said, please take the commitment, RDC formula, read your Gita daily, don't miss it. Chant your 16 rounds every day, don't miss it. Just dedicate 2 hours of your time, 1.5 hours of reading, 20 minutes of studying the Bhagavad Gita very scrutinizingly, and 10 minutes reflect your life. Make the journal, write down what are the things you have done and how do you rectify through the understanding of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. And also always come back to this YouTube video, watch again and again and again, and try to understand. Keep it as your reference point. Okay. So tomorrow, one day, we take a break. And day after tomorrow, Friday, we're going to start all over again, chapter 1, batch 5. So we'd like to invite every one of you to come and join, but at the same time. So we're going to start back this thing, and that's going to be the final Gita Gyan. After this, I'm not going to do, because I'm going to go and concentrate more into detailed studies of all the Sastras. Okay, we're going to study this nectar of instruction, nectar of Ishopanishad, nectar of instruction, Bhagavad Gita. Then after that, after Bhagavad Gita, we want to do this nectar of devotion. Then Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Roughly, it's going to take something like 3 to 4 years. Don't worry about the duration of life. Whenever you're available, please come and join. And of course, you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Whenever there's a new channel, new video is uploaded, you take it as your reference point. In one day, anywhere you feel like reading, you go to the YouTube channel, my channel, and just click, okay, I want to know chapter 10, text 10. Okay, what I said. Keep it as a reference. It's not to say I am the great speaker, but keep it as a reference while you're studying the book. Okay, so that's the thing. And today is Gita Gyan, Gita Jayanti. On auspicious day, we spoke about the most confidential, the summary. So that means chapter 18 means we have read the entire Bhagavad Gita, because chapter 18 is summarized. Of course, we jump here and there. So you also are required to go and read back the book, because we only talk about the summary study. Tonight in ISKCON Ipoh, we're going to have a Gita recital. Okay, I'll be leading that. We're going to recite the entire 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita. I wish I can connect to YouTube, connect to Facebook, and Zoom, all right, Zoom. But the problem is, in the temple, the internet is terrible. No point. Okay, so we're going to start around 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, you come and take your prasadam. That's a nice meal, feast has been, yes, main Ipoh center, correct. ISKCON Ipoh. All right, so you come there and have your lunch for dinner first. At 6 o'clock, dinner is served. After that, we start reciting at around 6:30, 6:45. Then we'll try to finish it by 10, because it's going to take around 3-4 hours, depends on the speed. I'm going to bring my projector and I'm going to project on this thing, so you all can see the big picture, and we're going to this thing. All right, Nibong Tebal Mataji, there is a center in Nibong Tebal. So you can Google, it's called Nibong Tebal, because all the centers are doing that. Okay, those are in Nibong Tebal, like in KL, Vaishnava Kripa Prabhu is in KL. Then who? Sadguru Mataji, you are also in KL, I think. Sumitra is in Seremban. Okay, Sumitra, Seremban, the place, what? Spring Hill. All right, Spring Hill. They also, the Spring Hill Center, there's that. Huh?
Springfield.
Springfield. There's a place called Springfield. ISKCON Center there. You can go and join them. So Tineshwari, I think you are in Ipoh, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you have time, you can please come and join us today. Tineshwari, then who else? Vivan is here. Krishna Rubini, okay. Kesavan, Hope to see you tonight. Okay, that's the thing that we're going to do. And tomorrow we also going to do the same thing in Namahat Center. If you want to have a second dose, you want to have a round 2, you can please come and join our Namahat Center in Buntong. Namahat Center. Also, we're going to start at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. and we do go on doing this thing. But that's only difference is in Namahat Center, no prasadam. We don't have manpower to cook prasadam. I hope one day Krishna Rubini can take up the task, cooking something very nice, offer to Krishna and bring it. Anyway, I'm not putting a pressure on you in the future. Right? So, one day, don't take a long day. Yes, one day coming. No. Make it fast, make it quick. Try to improve yourself quickly. Right? And Thursday is Ekadasi. On Ekadasi day, also very auspicious. But the thing in Namahat, I want to post it in Zoom. So Thursday night recital, I'm going to post it in Zoom. Okay, so every one of you can come and join. Everyone can come and join. So we're going to recite because that is Ekadasi day. Okay, if you don't have any facility to go out and everything, so you can stay with us through the Zoom. We can recite the entire 700 verses. Okay, usually we recite on the translation, but here maybe we recite that Sanskrit. Maybe on that day we try to because reciting in language may take longer. Anyway, we'll try. Let's see what Krishna inspires. Okay. So it's 11. Oh, 11:55. Oh, Krishna. Oh, shoot. So sorry. And I'm so grateful. My gratitude to each and every one of you. I was thinking Monday morning program, no one will turn up, but it looks like so many people of you came forward. So day after tomorrow, please join our batch 5. That's going to be the final Gita Gyan. Like Rusan Mataji, I think this is your 3rd class or 2nd class. So that is how she's improving a lot. And today, C.S. Tan Prabhu, who became one of the success story of Gita Gyan program, is leaving to India. He's going to India with His Holiness Narasingha Maharaj. I think they're going to this Ahovilam, Mayapur, and also Vrindavan. I'm not sure Vrindavan, but Ahovilam and Mayapur. Okay, so all of them are going to India. So wish them best of luck. So if you think this program really helped you, you feel very inspired, you can put up your testimony. You can record your testimony through voice record, or you can make your own short video, or you can even type out, right? Just write a testimony and post it in the group. Because all these I need to update my spiritual master about this thing. Okay, whenever I get opportunity, I would like to forward to them. So from your bottom of your heart, how you felt it, how the thing worked. So you can share your thought. You can write in any language. I got Google Translate. I can translate and post it back in English. No problem. So till then, before that, any questions, any reflection? Anything you want to say? No problem, Mataji. My pleasure. Oh, okay. I'm so happy. Where do you live, Dinesh Mataji? Dineshwari, where do you live?
At Pengkalan.
Oh, you're staying in Pengkalan. Right. Yes, Rusan Mataji, yes.
Means Jaya Pataka Swami is the miracle ones.
Huh?
Jaya Pataka Swami is the
Okay.
miracle history. He was in the wheelchair and so much pain, and he have beyond the body pain.
Yeah. The question is, my spiritual master, Jayapataka Swami, he had a very massive stroke. He is on a wheelchair and he is in severe pain. So whenever he comes and when he comes to devotee, when he start to chant Hare Krishna, he start to give class, he go into an ecstatic level until people even as though it's become no pain, right? So yeah, that's a miracle. Yeah, true. Thank you for sharing that, Mataji. Thanks to you, Prabhuji. Thank you for your time. Yes, welcome. I really enjoy it. I don't think so I can come and send it. Oh, no problem. No issue at all. But if at all, if you can come tomorrow, Namahat, you can come. Or if not, you can join online. Okay. Each time I listen, I understand more. Oh, yes, Mataji, Sadguna Mataji. Thank you so much. You're also my big inspiration. You and your brothers, all three of you are great inspiration. Okay. I think your brother called me up from, I think he texted me from Australia. You know, has he come back or is he still there?
He has come back, but he's working now, Prabhu.
Oh, okay. He told me,
He's working.
yeah, no, when he went to Australia, when he went to see his sons, he told me, how can I think of ways of making everybody in this Brisbane become a devotee? I
Oh,
was,
yeah.
and he said about that he
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
that,
He'll always say that.
yeah, he saw the
Yes,
documentary and
Prabhu.
how
He'll
that,
always say that.
yeah, he saw the documentary that how the cows get killed and everything. He became very upset. Then I was telling, where's the nearest center? How can I think? So that is already ecstasy. See, when you are so convinced with
Yes,
something,
yes, exactly.
I'm so overwhelmed. And your another brother, Iskandar Balan, oh, he's another fantastic person. I
New Zealand.
suppose. Huh?
He's in New Zealand, but he's now working in Sarawak.
Oh, Iskandar Balan is in New Zealand
Iskandar
now.
Balan. Yeah, I know.
Oh.
The moment now he's working, but he'll be back after work.
Yeah. Good,
But he's
good.
residing in New Zealand.
Yes, all of you three siblings are all going to be a great devotees. Hope maybe your brother can go and help that New Zealand Yatra, Auckland, or which part of New Zealand?
Yeah.
Which part of New Zealand?
He's in Auckland.
Auckland, all right. Auckland, yes.
Auckland,
So I
Prabhu.
hope that he can help that Auckland center. My uncle are staying in Dunedin, South Island. So there
I'm
also
sure
I
he
heard
should
there's
know.
some. That's why I say there's some devotees are coming up there. Hope that one day New Zealand Yatra is going to be big. All the Maori people are coming into this bhakti. Very nice to hear that. All right. So
Hopefully, Prabhu, he can go over there. Give
if
inspiration.
Krishna desires, I wish I can. But Krishna has given me a house arrest. Krishna says, don't leave the country. Remain in where you are
Hopefully.
until I say so. Yeah. Anyway, man proposed, God disposed.
Yeah.
It's all in the hands of Krishna. Okay. So thank you so much, Sumitra.
Yeah.
I hope you
exactly.
enjoyed the session, Sumitra. Because she's my cousin sister who always we grew up together.
Yes,
And,
Prabhuji. I really
yeah,
enjoyed the throughout the session. It's really a spiritual awakening. Thanks to you. You've been always my guru, leader, always. You've been always, I still have the, what do you call the thing that you gave me, the Bhagavad
Gita, yes.
No, there was one plain sheet that you give me that is about like Bhagavad Gita, but it's more in it's one verse. I'll have to look into it.
Okay.
I still have it.
Good.
Few
Very
years
good.
back. Yes.
So we all our family members all must become a devotee. It's enough that we all living in this kind of materialistic way of life.
Yes,
You know?
Prabhuji. Yes,
So
correct.
take up very seriously. Chant Hare Krishna. Go and join that center. Get rid of all that things that you believe before. That prayers, these prayers, all no need. Now just simply surrender to Krishna. You start to see your life become very sublime. Okay?
Thank you,
Each time,
Prabhuji.
please don't leave Malaysia, sir. We need you. Well, depends on Krishna. I don't think so I can leave this country as that quickly because for everyone's information, I'm a bankrupt. Krishna gave me the biggest punishment to me, right? Because he saw me, he showed me the best of life, being a millionaire, being all this lavish, beautiful, fantastic life. Then after that, Krishna took away everything. Now he asked one to explain me. Now you feel how to be a broke, right? So anyway, it all depends on Krishna. It doesn't work that fast. So no worries, Mataji. I'll be still around. Okay. So, all right. It's already 12 o'clock. Okay. Time for lunch. So I hope you all enjoy a good lunch. Okay. So you all have this thing and take good rest. I wish you a beautiful day today. Today is Gita Jayanti. Carry the Gita with you. Study the Gita. The day that Gita was spoken for our own benefit. Okay. Then at the same time, try to go and connect yourself to the nearest centers around. Yeah. Then tomorrow will be we'll try to connect through Zoom from live from that Namahat center. Then other than that, okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your support. It's been such a great 18 days journey. I'm kind of addicted to this. So please come and join chapter 5. Then after that, end of this year, we will have a preview of what to do next year. So how we're going to do the next year studies. We'll have a preview. But of course, it's not going to overshoot like this. All right. It's not going to be overshoot because I need to scrutinize everything and I need to tell you everything. That's why it takes time. But there is sharp 2 hours. 9 o'clock start. By 11 o'clock, we must end. It's not going to overshoot more than that. Okay. So thank you so much. My gratitude to every one of you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all the acharyas of all the previous acharyas. His Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and what they call Jagannath Das Babaji, and all the 6 Goswamis, and all the previous acharyas. Please accept my humble obeisances to every one of you. So whatever I've said, if I've said offended anyone, kindly forgive me. I just try to express myself according to what I've heard and learned from my spiritual master. Nothing of this is my own opinion. I'm just conveying the message. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha paditanam pavenebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna. Have a nice day. Bye.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Welcome, Mataji. Hari Bol. Gauranga.